Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Thanks.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commenting.
Hello. How are y'all tonight? I'm going to try to get this done before 10 o'clock. I want to go over part 2 of the crimes in fashion and tie that all in. I haven't been watching anything today. I was super busy. I don't know how many lies were about me today. I'm sure I'll be told. Hey, Tammy, Stacy, Honeybee, Renee, Rebel Granny, Kathy. I block Rap. Anytime Rap comes in, I'm done with him. I'm done. I don't want him in here. I don't want to talk to him. I'm done with him completely. If you find out he's streaming me, let me know, and we'll play his ever informative confession. Hey, Dodie, Mama Chu, Sue, Lenny, Rebel Granny, Silent Troll, Kathy, Cool Gamer, Renee, and Rapper. I don't know what to do about him. If he comes in, he can be nice, that's fine, but I know he has issues. I just don't know how to handle it. So, okay. Hey, Luna, hey, KJ3. If people come in here from, wanting to know questions, let's try to be welcoming, but I understand how frustrating it is. So now Rob over messing with Miss Daisy. Oh, I seen that. He's just got to mess with somebody. He's just like a child. He's an immature child. I can't believe anything I ever thought he did anything funny. It's ridiculous. So let's get into part 2 of Lisa. Oh, wrong page. There it is. Here's her link. Oh, dang it. Go over and give a review if you wanna. Oh, I don't know if I can. Let me redo that. So the link shows up. See if that works. I hope. I understand that everybody has the right to review people. I get it. But I think I have the right to correct their review too. So this is not me getting mad because someone reviewed me. This is me irritated because nobody even bothered to do 10 minutes of research. They just ran with what they thought. The reason we have to review it is because we have to correct it now. If I didn't have to correct it and it was just their opinion, we wouldn't be here today. So let's get over it. Let me find it now. I forgot where we left off. Oh, I got the wrong link. That's the wrong link. Let me get the right link. Dead air, Southern Girl, dead air. I think I want to make a song like the Pink Panther, the dun dun dun. We had to sing that in junior high. And I'm going to make one that says dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. I think I'd rather have dead air, than repeat, 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 repeat. Okay. There it is. The language of never letting go. Here's the correct link. Let me fix that in my studio so we have the right info. There we go. Now this should be correct. Try this now. There you go. Try that. Now, so here we go. Last we left off, Lisa's being a smartass. Remember, she was here to show me a bit of reality. Okay. I have failed to see it yet, but we'll still look. Let me add this to my screen. There we go. Make it bigger. Don't need to see me. And let me see what y'all have to say a minute. Here we go. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Aaron. Cat Swan, hello. Okay, here we go. Let me get that comment off there. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Okay, and notice I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm just chipper as hell, but probably partway through this or to the end, yeah, I'll probably be getting pissed again, and then they'll come in here and say, "Why are you always so angry?" Hey, Paisley. Okay, here we go.
This is not about, I'm not here to bash Constance, and I don't want people to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give voice to what the people who could not come up on the panel. Hey, Nonsense, how are you? To the people who could not come up, would not come up. And let's face it, that's the majority of people. Okay.
Well, I think that's a bit unfair. Hi, Colleen. Because the majority of people, I don't know. Maybe a majority of people didn't say anything. I don't know. It's a very fair statement there, Lisa. But it's your opinion, and you're entitled to it.
I will also say that I am very well aware of how Nicolina operates and things that she has done. I also do not have any problems with Nicolina. I never have. I'm not looking to. You know, and something I heard Nicolina say several times was, I have my own community. And really, that is true. I don't see her. I don't ever see her in the places I go. And
Well, let's stop right there. Because let me find. Now, this right here is Savage's page. And this was the page that, I had to biggest issue with, because I thought they had the same values as I did. So if you go through here, you'll notice that Nicolina is in quite a few of those. As late as early, or I guess you say early as 1 day ago. Let's look. Now, granted, Lisa might not be in every one of these, but I'm pretty sure she's in more than, I'm sure she does see this.
Val, aren't you and I in cahoots? I am trying to get involved.
That's crazy. Hey, to because
Oh
shit!
now, we will now be accused of some big conspiracy, girl.
God, Constant Spirit is gonna be running her fucking dick trap all night.
Here we go. I'm never gonna be able to eat baked potatoes again. Just
Where is that word? Hey, Max.
Look, I've seen that clip. I've seen that clip where Nicolina.
Nicolina.
So it's like, can we just agree to disagree and just move on? And just she's like, no, give me 2 minutes. Why do you always do it 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes turns into 10 with you. I just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
turns into 2 hours with her.
Right. And then she's like, well, if you keep doing your fuck shit, I'm gonna keep documenting it. What are you documenting? Are you gonna take Nicolina to court? Is that what's gonna be your grift? You gonna get one lawyer money, honey?
When has anybody ever seen me grift? Ever? You haven't. What am I documenting? Oh, I don't know. Pirate. The same thing I documented when I was documenting Bullhorn Betty and Molly Golightly and all those, That's what I'm documenting. Why am I documenting it? So hopefully idiots like y'all will, tune in, check it out, and say, damn. She's pretty toxic. Don't want her in my community. But y'all remember that Val said that Nicolina ain't in our community. She's not in our community. There's the link to this.
What? The police don't give a fuck about you two, you dumb bitch.
Oh my God.
You have
You're right. The police don't seem to give a fuck about YouTube. You're right. And if the police won't do anything, and if YouTube won't do anything, then guess what would be the next logical step, in my opinion? We as a community take care of it ourselves. What you say that that can't be done? Huh? That's a stupid idea, you say? Well, let's see. Let's see if anybody else has ever had that idea. I just wonder. I wonder if anybody else thought, you know what? Maybe if we just, exile them out, don't freeze them out. Don't let them on our panel. Don't let them in our chat. I wonder if anybody else has ever had that idea. I wonder. Oh, wait, look here. Look. Share this tab instead. 1 day ago, Savage Media Live. Just 1 day ago, Savage Media Live said, you are no better. That she's talking about this person here. I don't know. You are no better than the bum or Michelle. That's Bombshell and Michelle Sabat. You see these words? You need to be exiled and ghosted as well. Wow. Isn't that amazing that I'm not the only one? I'm not the only one that said, hey, some people are so toxic. We should what? What is that, Savage? Exile and ghosted as well. Now, let's go back to Queen Bee's panel when Val was sitting there saying, but she's not in our community. She's not in our community. What do you want me to do? I don't see what Nicolina does. No, what started it was Val said, do you have a solution? And I said, yeah, I have a solution. Don't let them on your panel. Well, I don't see what Nicolina does. She's not in our community. maybe we should go back to that. You know, I hate to take up all your time with receipts, but receipts matter. So let's go back. Now, if people would just be honest and admit things, we could save each other a bunch of time. But no, we have a whole bunch of people that want to play dumb. So when you play dumb, you make people take up your time. But hey, I got time. So let's look and see when Valerie was on, or Val, excuse me. Right here. This is Queen Bees. The title of the video is, here's the link to this. There's the link to Queen Bees. The title of the video is Going Real Life, Doxing and Threats, Part 2, edited version. So let's see where this is. Okay, let me give you the backstory. The backstory is Savage Media Live showed up to Bombshell's house, her home, with a bullhorn, and everybody was given Savage Media Live hell. So Valerie goes on Queen Bee's panel to White Knight for Savage, and she's saying all these bad things about Bomb. Let's listen. Let's see how bad Bombshell is, and see if you think anybody else reminds you of her. What? People come to you for information, Val? Well, that's a little weird, huh? What did Pirate just say here? Let's see this. Let's do that again. Never said. Let me freeze up the screen. There we go. See what Val had to say about that just a minute ago.
Like, no, give me 2 minutes. Why do you always do it 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes turns into 10 with you. I just
No.
2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2
2
minutes.
minutes turns into 2 hours with her.
Right. And then she's like, well, if you keep doing your fuck shit, I'm going to keep documenting it. What are you documenting? Are you going to technically to the court? Is that what's going to be your grift? You're going to get one lawyer money, honey? What?
No.
The police don't give a fuck about you two, you dumb bitch.
But yet, right here, Val says, when people come to you for information about Bombshell. Well, how do you provide information about Bombshell if you do not provide receipts? Did you hear that part just now? Okay. How do you give information out if you don't provide receipts? That seems a bit odd, right? Okay, now let's go back and listen to this. This is the Queen Bees panel. This was when Val didn't know what to do and how bad Bombshell is.
We're here and they both came up on panel. We were out there chit chatting or whatever, and Bob's like, I'm gonna run my channel differently. This made me open my eyes, blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, Tiffany was calling her out for scamming people from her community.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how
That's what she does. Look, she gets caught. She gets caught scamming, right? And then she'll go through a period of, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better.
Well, I understand that, but here's the thing about I guess the thing I'm trying to understand, no matter what, it was wrong in my opinion, but the thing I'm trying to understand is like, what's next, right? So now you're saying, okay, now she's threatening to dox ꫶ So then now what's next? So if rolling up, right? Because you've offered to sit down, that didn't work.
Right.
So now you
Right.
roll up. Okay, now
Right.
that didn't work. ꫶ goes to the door. That doesn't work. So like, what's next?
That's the question. Anyone got any solutions? What do you do when people like this? Because look, if you take someone, and Queen, you're going to understand this. When you take someone to court for internet stuff, it costs you an arm and a leg.
Here. Yeah,
Right.
we are going
A
through it.
majority of these people online, they don't have that kind of money. They're living states away. You're having to run back and forth to whatever state it is, and it's more than once.
Yep.
You know.
Oh yeah, and it costs out the ass. You know what I mean? Not only did we do the attorney stuff, but that doesn't include all the other extra bullshit. Yeah, it's
right. And the question is, what is the solution? What is the solution? I know that everybody's going, don't pull
not gonna
up.
be able to
Well, we've done
see it.
everything. We've done everything. We need solutions.
But I
we can
think
sit
when
here
you-
all day. Day and
aside
say it's
suing her,
wrong.
because that costs out the ass. I mean, that costs out the fucking ass to try and sue her.
I think
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
quote,
okay, she still refused. She still refused.
And when she came around, so I when I first came here, like wrong is wrong, right?
Right.
But I think to me, it's like you're hearing these things, right? And like I'm a big person on show me the receipts. Like even yesterday, I was asking.
I'm going to tell you, this is who she
Tiffany
is.
Marie brought, well, Tiffany, I don't know if you guys remember, but Tiffany and Bombshell both came over here and they both came up on panel. We were up here chit chatting or whatever, and Bomb's like, I'm going to run my channel differently. This made me open my eyes, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, Tiffany was calling her out for scamming people from her community.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how
That's what she does. Look, she gets caught scamming, right? And then she'll go through a period of, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better.
kind of like Nicolina, right? I hate saying that. How many times have we heard that? The softer side of Nick. I'm going to do better. Boy, she sure sounds an awful lot like Bombshell. Hey, Earth Angel.
Well, I understand that, but here's the thing about I guess the thing I'm trying to understand, no matter what, it was wrong in my opinion. But the thing I'm trying to understand is like, what's next, right? So now you're saying, okay, now she's threatening to dox ꫶. So then now what's next? So if rolling up, right, because you've offered to sit down, that didn't work. So now you roll up, okay, now that didn't work. ꫶ goes to the door, that doesn't work. So like, what's next?
That's the question. Anyone got any solutions? What do you do when people like this? Because look, if you take someone and
that's where my ears perked up. Does anybody have any solutions? Does anybody have any solutions? Well, it seemed I did when I said, let's exile and freeze out Nicolina. Hey, easy. It seems that Savage herself had the solution when she said, let's exile and freeze out Bombshell. Remember? You know, I hate to do this. It could take forever. We're going to look. So it just gels together here. Does anybody have a solution? Does anybody have a solution? Well, it just seems like common sense, right? This was what I would have tried before I rolled up, but hey, everybody's different. See this right here? Here we go. Right here. Right here. Oh, no, that's the right one. Here's the right one. You need to be exiled and ghosted as well. See, Savage had a solution. Savage had a solution.
for internet stuff, it costs you
girl,
an
we're
arm
going
and a leg.
here. Yeah, we are going
A
through it.
majority of these people online, they don't have that kind of money. They're living states away. You're having to run back and forth to whatever state it is, and it's more than once. You know.
Oh yeah, and it costs out the ass. You know what I mean? Not only did we do the attorney stuff, but that doesn't include all the other extra bullshit. Yeah, it's
right. And the question is, what is the solution? What is the solution? I know that everybody's going, don't pull up. Well, we've done everything. We've done everything. We need solutions.
But I
we
think
can sit here all day and
aside
say it's
suing her,
wrong.
because that costs out the ass. I mean, that costs out the fucking ass to try and sue her.
I think when you quote,
I think when you pull up, you actually give her ammunition to basically say, look, I'm a victim. They're coming after me. And I think it actually harms your positions a lot more.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
You go to live at 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live around 10. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was just gonna drop this video link here for you in the back of video I just shared.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with Lips here, but she seems to think that for some reason I'm the cause of some CPS call that's happened on her recently, and she's like threatening my kids with CPS now. So I just dropped the video in the back if you want to go over it and read everything I put there.
Lips is I've given Lips 4 or 5 chances. Every time I gave her a chance because I felt sorry for her, I really did, she would do some fucked up shit that I would just couldn't approve of. And so she is permanently banned from my channel since probably, I don't know, mid-December.
Yeah, she's gonna be permanently banned from mine after this.
And Nicolina is notorious for calling CPS on Lips. Remember the video where Lips had to go to court and the judge said Nicolina's the problem?
Yep.
That was Lips and Nicolina. Yeah, she's just a dumb bitch. She's just a dumb bitch. Let me see this. Oops, there we go.
Yeah, I put this I just put this one out here. And yeah, if you want to read through it, I gotta take care of something, but yeah, if you want to read through this, you'll find it interesting. And don't worry, the music is good. But I'll talk to you after.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Let me start this over here because I gotta. Oh, I am sharing it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Lips is the problem, absolutely, as well as Nicolina. Why she blaming Easy? That's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Here's the link to this. This is from Easy's page. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me turn my quality on here. Here's the link to the video. Oh, put it in the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's we go with Easy's video. It starts out by saying, "Speak easy. I'll go cry me a fucking river. What's old Peachy boy going to do? Call me more names, use more of my content, claiming it's not mine. Talk about me for months, have CPS sit here again. Welcome to YouTube. You turned into what you claim you stand for. At this point, Nicolina looks like an angel. I can guarantee it wasn't her who sent them this time. It's one of your jealous hoes. They made the call the same day you and your bitch of a mod, no, not Jaded, acted like fools. So nope, sorry, you can't use this against Nick this time." Okay, whatever. Then it says, "You do use my content. I've been here since Betty came to you. I just chose not to let the harassment continue by them. I love my kids and I'd like to keep them. If I would have been on your panel, that wouldn't have happened. That would have stopped. I'm only trying to protect my damn family." Easy said, "You need to stop posting anything about me and anyone's kids in my Discord." Lip said, "I haven't. I only explained my side of y'all's bullshit you keep bringing up. I'm done. I'm sick of it. That fucking comment was made before your all's bullshit, but this seems to keep getting brought up. Y'all need to fucking stop. It's not talking about people's kids when you're explaining an old comment, period." She said, I haven't, I only explained my side of y'all's bullshit. You keep bringing up, I'm done, I'm sick of it. That fucking comment was made before your all's bullshit, but seems to keep getting brought up. Y'all need to fucking stop. It's not talking about people's kids when you explain an old comment. Period. Maybe you should stop using my content. Y'all got CPS sent here again yesterday. I'm not even online. Fuck with anyone. Each time you bring that up, I pay for it. Fuck all of you CPS calling bitches. See how that works? You doing what you're doing is causing others to fucking suffer. You need to get over yourself. Easy said, are you crazy? I didn't call CPS on nobody, so get the fuck out of here and I don't use your content. She said, no one is blaming you. It's what you're doing. Oops, okay, make sure you can see this. Easy said, what I'm doing it has helped a lot of people. If you don't like it, stay away. Which said, I have been. Easy said, are you going to blame me for CPS calls? Flip said, after what I heard you say, there's no reason to be there. And the complaints definitely come from what you've been doing and whom you're harassing. You're obsessed, like Connie. Complaints to CPS come from what I have been doing. You need help. Please stop messaging me. Grown-ass woman blaming a random guy in a different country for CPS checking in on you. You must be actually nuts. Leave me alone. She said, excuse me? What'd you do, fart? I added that. One of the fucking complaints is I'm working with you online to harass others stems from whatever you're fucking doing. If that makes me stupid, a stupid crazy bitch, whatever your name you choose to call me, then so fucking be it, fool. You need help, and so does your children. Ha ha ha, you can't blame me for this. Nick made up stories. Go talk to whoever called. Now you're going to attack my kids? And Lip said, it's your fucking real name, dumbass, being mentioned, so maybe you should be expecting them as well. Speakeasy said, you're nasty AF. Lip said, no, not at all. Easy said, I should be expecting them. Now you're threatening CPS on me? Lip said, you don't think they did call on you too? You're fucking crazy. Here we go, Mr. Paranoid. Lay off the drugs, speech. See? You are Nicolina. Fuck off, little boy. Might want to clean out your system. Then Les said, see again? I asked, what does Peach look like? I know it's not creating chaos and attacking others. Or acting like the very person you're trying to expose. Or teaming up with other haters to make the drama worse. Go cry me a fucking river. Oh, we read that part. He highlighted where she said my content, claiming it's mine.
I'm gonna doubt.
Yeah, this is what happens when the heat is on. Let me throw this out there, and I'm sure Easy will agree with me. If anybody would like, I will start a fund. I will start a fund for Easy and I both. The money can be paid directly to the agency that the donor chooses. If the community would like to pay for Easy and I to take a lie detector test, I will take one. I'm sure Easy will too. Then we can put this shit like this to rest. Because it absolutely is not us. We know absolutely who it is. And the only way to get that shit to stop is the lie detector test. I'm willing to take one. If someone will pay for it, I'll take it. No problem. Two things could be going on here. One, No, look, nobody was even called to Lips's house, and she's just doing this shit. 2, somebody did it knowing that, Easy would be blamed. I don't even know why anybody blamed Easy. That's ridiculous. But the real thing that's going on here is the heat is getting on. I expect it to get worse before it gets better. I hate that. I would not blame Easy, and I would not hold anything against him if he did want to dip out of this, because this is what happens. It's not fair. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we should tell Lips to pay for it. She won't, though. And I just would like to get my name cleared, and Easy's name cleared. I would not do that. Would not do that. This mantra that's going around now, or the narrative, whatever you call it, you're turning into what you hate. If anybody can make me a list or show me any clips to prove that Easy or myself have done near the shit that Nicolina's done, I'll agree with you. Until then, stop with that, because it's what do they call it? Hyperbole? You're exaggerating shit, Yeah. Okay. Now let's get back to Val here.
If we say you're a scammer, and we give this is our experience with you, usually that's it. We roll on, right? You've been warned. What she does, she doubles down and starts coming hard back at you and going into your real life. She won't leave it right there and bring her proof. She says she shows receipts. She doesn't.
But I think that the part that I'm struggling with, though.
Does that sound like anybody else we know? Did that sound like anybody else? Usually when we call out a scammer, she said, they, go on or bring their receipts. She doubles down and never has any receipts. Does that not sound just like Nicolina? I think it does.
But though, Val, is so number one, most of the people who, and again, I would hope that like I'm no supporter of hers. I don't fuck with her like that, and I definitely don't fuck with the real life stuff. No matter who it's against, wrong is wrong, right?
Right.
But I think to me, it's like you're hearing these things, right? And like I'm a big person on show me the receipts. Like even yesterday, I was asking these guys, like, you guys keep saying she did this, but where's the receipt for it? Because I've checked a million click channels
on our staff. On our staff, now Sabotage hers listed on everything.
Not the old stuff. I'm saying currently the stuff that brought this back up. Right.
Well,
so like when you said she went to Tiffany Marie, okay, fine. Tiffany Marie stuff happened. My understanding is, according to Waloma's receipts, that stuff happened in like June to August of last year, right? When I came around, it was probably about late August, right? You guys were all like tragedy pimp stuff. That's the coverage that I was seeing on your page. That's like that's what I'm with. Okay, fine. Like I'll be there for that kind of thing, right? And then it was like as soon as she started to grow, and I'm just giving you my opinion. As soon as she started to grow, it was like, oh shit, all these people are going to her, and not that that's a problem, but we don't want people coming over here, landing in our chat, crying about being scammed, crying about being taken advantage of. We want to try and protect the community. So you gave your warning. I guess to me, what I don't understand is why can't you give your warning and walk away from it from there?
Yeah. Well, you can give your warning, but when you're dealing with somebody like this, what they'll do is they'll double down and then they'll start threatening your job. It's like they want to one up you.
Whose job was threatened?
Well, she's right now she's sitting over there now. She's threatening to call CPS on people. She's threatening to get disability taken away from people. The very same people that's been going at her or calling her out for the scam she just done. Now she's double downing on them and calling everything on theirs out. She won't stop.
Man, who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? I think that sounds just like Nicolina, right? Bombshell, according to them, and Nicolina sound a lot of like.
She's moving from person to person. So our question is, right, because like I said, we do not tell everybody and anybody just to roll up on somebody, right? We knew she wasn't going to come out blazing, okay? We know who she is. We know what she's about. We knew she was, like I said, if you go back and you watch, Savage was not even in a fighting mode. She was laughing at her. The blowhorn thing was just a laugh because that's what we dealt with.
I was going to say, I thought you guys did that as like a joke for Betty because, you know what I'm saying?
Savage wasn't even in fight mode, you know? That
what would happen had she come outside?
We knew she
was. That's a scary part. I guess came out blazing or something. You know what I mean? Her fucking neighbors would have, you know?
I mean, I guess
scary as hell.
I guess the issue is like, what do you do with a person who has no moral? Like, you have a moral line, you have a line that you will not cross. But if you're in your idea that Bombshell has no moral line, so you're basically playing chicken with someone who's not going to flinch. And eventually,
well, we had already got together. Like, if the police had come, we had already put together a whole file for the police to even take a look
y'all
at.
had this planned?
It wasn't planned. Savage was going. She was already on a visit to Georgia, right? Already, and then when she started doubling down and threatening innocent people and still running her mouth about Savage, lying about Savage, that was it. That was it, you know. And I said, look, if you ever go, you need to take this with you. You need to take this with you. This woman is harassing people on the internet. Hands down, harassing people. The point of it was to go for resolution. Like, stop. You're going to get in trouble because the next person that may roll up on her is not going to be a Savage. It's going to be somebody that did roll up on Doug. That is dangerous to be doxing people. That is so dangerous.
They, whoever they are, thought that rolling up on somebody was going to actually make her stop doing it. And then now you're saying
we were hoping for her to meet.
Okay. Honestly, who's going to sit down with 3 people? One person over 3 people?
Well, I would.
I don't know if I'm sitting
there running my mouth about somebody on the internet, I have no beef. I have no problem sitting down and having dinner with them and talk about it. That's what I'm saying. You talk big, you talk bad up here. You're doxing people. You're putting children's. There's a creator who has a kid. She's harassing them on another YouTube platform.
What is that? A creator has a kid, and she's harassing them, and this comic was golden. Has she not met 777? Well, one of Val's complaints was just now was she was harassing a creator has a kid. Bombshell was harassing them. That's disgusting, right? People should never do that. People that do that, according to Savage, should be exiled and freed out of the community, right? That's what we just see. We just seen on her page. Right there, Okay. Just because we got to go through this, and make sure we have receipts. Receipts. They'll think I'm drunk again. But just so we got to show receipts, let's show them. Let me look. I'll find it after this video. Okay. My videos. Val just said, what are we to do? She goes, a creator has a child and she's even harassing that child. That's the kind of thing that should get you exiled of community. I will agree. Let's listen to this. How about something like this should get you exiled out of the community, you think? This is Nicolina singing a song about a 13-year-old daughter of another creator. Video source, Nicolina 777. Video title, Arrested Development, Selective Outrage. Video date, March 14th, 2023. Molly is a 13-year-old daughter of another YouTube creator.
It's midnight and Miss Molly, by golly, is still awake. Instead of getting a good night's sleep, good golly, Miss Molly, why aren't you in bed? It's close to midnight. Rest that little head. Good golly, Miss Molly, you have no fucking rules. You're an evil little Molly that fails in school. Good golly, Miss Molly, you better slice them onions thin, because according to your daddy, your only worth is serving a useless man. Good golly, Miss Molly, you're a lesbian. Your daddy don't like that, because you are supposed to serve a man. Good golly, Miss Molly, your dad abuses you. Good golly, Miss Molly, you are way too young for YouTube. Good golly, Miss Molly, you better slice those onions thin. Ain't no man gonna want you if you ain't willing to serve his losing ass like your dad. Good golly, Miss Molly, that's a piece of shit. Good golly, Miss Molly, you need to go to bed. Woo! Hope that was good enough. And yes, I know your child is a minor, and no, I don't give any. If all children are able to be fucked with, so are yours. Good golly, Miss Molly, you ugly as sin, which she is, amen. Good golly, Miss Molly, your mama had you with an extramarital affair. Good golly, Miss Molly, your that's ashamed of you. You need to know your place, girl. And make sure those onions are sliced in at midnight for your daddy, because your mama's in jail. Good golly, Miss Molly. You better learn your place. Good golly, Miss Molly. You got an ugly face. Woo! And she is ugly. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm never gonna say a child is cute just to be nice. She's ugly. Her personality is ugly. I have seen the shit she's done on fucking TikTok to her siblings. She is a little like fuck. Molly, go ahead. Second verse, same as the first. Yes. God, she looks like her mother. Ugh. God, I just can't stop singing this. Good golly, Miss Molly. You need to go to bed. Good golly, Miss Molly. You an old ugly head. And yes, your daughter is ugly. She's gonna have to probably put out like her mom does and do 3 and 4 songs to get any action because oh no, a bunch of mean girls? Oh.
Just wait. She'll make up some lie to justify this. Nothing could justify this. Please like, share. Well, damn. Yes, Val. That is terrible. People that talk about a creator's child and harass them, I agree, should be exiled out of the community. I completely agree. Now let's get back to Val's problem.
And that's wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
So absolutely wrong. I guess to me, it's like, okay, so now, like you said, the whole thing was we were hoping she would sit down. We were hoping she would come outside so we could have this conversation. She did. And now the backlash of that happening is now, okay, now you're saying she's going after Tara, right? And now it's
worse. Tara, hold on, no, wait. Is Tara the one that knocked on the door? Is that the same Tara?
Yeah, the one who was recording.
Right. The one who wanted to talk to her. Like, she wasn't going to whip her. She wanted to talk to her. Like,
okay, so yeah, she went.
So we tried everything. We have tried everything decent to stop it. You understand what I'm saying? So my suggestion, and it didn't stop it. Now she's again doubled down, and everyone that she was going at prior to this, she's still going in on them. So what is everyone's solution? What's everyone's solution?
To me, it's
when someone's coming like this.
It seems simple, like both y'all stay away from each other.
It seems that way. It seems that way.
Y'all don't, to me, and it's just my opinion, Val, you know, we've always had some good conversations.
Right.
To me, y'all don't stop talking about her, and she doesn't stop talking about you.
Well, no, we stopped talking about her a long time, and she never did. That's the problem, because she makes money on talking about us.
So Savage. I have maybe a solution.
Hold on, Constance. Okay. This is Val. This isn't Savage, baby. This is Val.
Oh. Well, you didn't have the ship. I'll just say.
Yeah, I don't know if Savage is even around or if she's even on here or whatever.
I'll just say the ship.
Talking about, she can give her the message if you need. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll just say the ship because that's the on the panel like that. But I kind of might have a solution. While she was local down there, now I know civil cases, cost a lot of money to process with. Did she go to make a police report just so it's on file, whether they do anything or not? Just to have it down there, and say, hey, I'm here in town. Since I'm here anyway, I would like to make a report.
And then pull up somebody else. Like,
that could be next. That could be next.
Why wouldn't you do that first?
That could be next.
Why wouldn't I mean if this wasn't for publicity and hey,
look what I did? It was not for publicity, Constance. The one thing you will notice, we do not care about subs, views, or anything like that. If we cared about that, if we cared about subs and views, we could do that. We could do that. We're not
recording it on YouTube.
That's it. I mean, I think it was profitable. I mean, not profitable like that. I think it brought views, but I don't think
because she was terrifying people. Look, we've got emails where people are terrified of her.
But
you don't need to be afraid of her. You don't need to be afraid of her.
Hey, Kim, and welcome, Thanks Rock, at all. She said, we've got emails where people are afraid of Bombshell. Who does that sound like, guys? Who does that sound like? Again, Nicolina, right? Sounds like Bombshell and Nicolina are twinsies, according to Val, right?
Right. You don't need to be afraid of her. That smack talk, you don't need to be afraid of her.
And why wouldn't you go to the police first?
Why would we? Why would we? Constance, listen, do you know what they're going to say?
The thing is, the fucking police don't do anything. That's where
they don't do anything, Constance. They don't do anything. We've been here before. They don't do that.
Make a fucking police report, but what are they going to do? If you don't live in the same jurisdiction, there's nothing the fucking police can do.
They don't do nothing.
Did you hear what I said first?
No, I
said, if they don't do anything, it's there, it's generated, and it's on file. To where if something happens again, people go back and pull the FOIA. Look, this person reported it on this date, whether nothing was done about it or not. This person reported on this date, whether nothing was done about it or not.
Document. Call them.
Documentation, exactly.
There have been calls made on her already. No. She won't stop.
For me, I'm gonna hop down, but for me, it feels like it's at an obsessive level at this point. and that's just my opinion, it feels like neither one of you guys can let it go and move on. And it's not going to stop on either side of it until one of you decides to just stop, walk away, ice that shit out, and move on from there. And you give your warnings, you leave your videos up, don't put them on private, don't hide them, make a playlist, whatever. Leave those videos there for people to see for themselves. If you have questions about this person, go check out my playlist, have a great day, and move on from there. If you don't, then it is going to continue to escalate. And the only thing I can do is just pray for your guys' safety if that's the choice that people continue to make, because it will eventually get to a place where it is unsafe for all involved.
Well, like I said, we do not encourage people just to roll up on people.
Well, people
We
are
do not encourage
I
that.
think it's getting to that point right now.
No, you don't
I think
encourage
that's
it, you
what
just do it.
guys are, you know.
And
We
but
don't
on YouTube,
encourage it, but there was a point to it. Solutions. Y'all look, solutions. We could sit up here all day and go, you shouldn't do that. We don't agree with that. We need solutions when people do this.
I think the best solution is just to put the information out there about her bad behavior and just keep it on the web.
And we did that, Tim, and she just kept on and on and on and on and on.
About where can I find receipts of this? So if I want to document, like on my
well,
side,
here's the problem. Look, here's the problem, Constance. So she's taking all of her videos down.
No, that's Val.
I can go back in the vault.
I just noticed that.
We have got a bazillion things on a vault, okay? I don't have time to go back and get them. Now, she keeps saying, what about my new things? What about my new things? The only thing I can tell you guys is you need to go look at these other channels that are trying to call out their scams were recent and see what they're doing, see what she does to them. That's all I'm saying. Watch what she's doing to them. That's the only thing I can tell people. Now, we need solutions. We need laws. The saddest thing I seen was when Zab Girl released those photos, right? And the father was standing there in front of everybody, and he says, I don't have anywhere near the money it's going to take to sue these people. In other words, when you are harassed and threatened, and when it comes to you full force, you don't, and Queen can testify to this, it costs money to do what people are up here saying you should do.
Fucking right, it does.
It ain't, people, just call the law. You're dealing with different state laws. We are so far behind on internet laws when it comes to this stuff that right now it's the wild west.
Why couldn't we make our own internet protocol and all agree in general? This is what we won't accept. This. And let me finish. And when we won't accept it, that means if you come to my chat, I'm just gonna say you're not welcome here. No big hoopla, no fanfare, no drama. Just gone.
Well, what I think is,
Kathleen said 2 seconds. And maybe if enough of us just said this is acceptable, period, they would just like move on and have nothing else to do.
Well, look, you're on a YouTube forum. I do not, and it just amazes me how YouTube continues to, like, you will report these people, right? You'll report them, and nothing's done. You see what I'm saying? Like, they tell you,
that's why we have to stand up and do it. That's why if YouTube's not going to do anything, if YouTube's not going to do anything, and the cops are going to do anything, the YouTube people as a community have to say, this is, you can do all this fuck shit, but this level of fuck shit, this is what we're not going to accept across the board. Common sense. And let's let us take care of it and see if that works.
Well, so then you get into this right here, Constance. So you get into, well, we don't like this person, so we're going to agree with this person. You see what I'm saying? Then they'll get support behind them, and then they'll get support behind them. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a revolving door. I'm telling you, it's a revolving door.
People allow it. If we say we're not going to accept it from any community, not any person. Just use common sense, common decency, and say.
You would think people would. You think people would, but they don't. And I'm telling you,
I know.
If I started today, there are over 2 million YouTube channels, right? And if you started today, because there are some communities on YouTube that say, "Hey, we'll dox the piss out of you." It's
Amen, Val. Let's start in this community right here and worry about the rest later. Let's get this one fixed. And then start right here. But can we start right here?
You cannot go into other communities, and that's the code they've set for. Only YouTube can take these channels out that's doing this.
Val, couldn't we start with our community and see just right here? Let's make a change here. We don't need to go to other communities. I mean, it might take forever. But what if we just started right here and said, this is what we're not going to accept. You could do it on your channel. You can do whatever you want to. But as for coming to my channel, it's just a hard no. No drama. Just no. And maybe
we have over here. We've done that over here. I mean, we've done that over here. That's been done over here.
I mean,
honey, you allow Nicolina to come over here. I didn't want to bring it up.
I allow you over here. I allow Savage over here. I allow Bombshell over here. I allow everybody over here. I keep an open panel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nicolina has her own. Nicolina has her.
Neither one.
Well, Nicolina, that's her own community over there. That is her own community over there.
Right. And so she keeps her shit on her community. When she goes on your panel or Queen's panel.
You guys have hashtag Not My Christmas. So you're trying to get off the platform right now. That you're going through similar stuff with, from what I understand, with the same thing you guys said, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going through?
You're going through the same thing.
Yeah, with someone
else, another creator that she's going through, or that Savage is going through with another creator. You see what I mean?
Absolutely. Nicolina is to Constance Sue as Bombshell is to the
right.
Amen. The obsession level is ridiculous. Like, again, if you know somebody, number one, we're all adults, right? None of us can make somebody stop saying something or do something. As a community, those of us who stand together and say, yes, this is what I stand against, 100%. We can say that, but it doesn't mean you can force somebody to not do what they want to do.
When you allow them on your panel, then you're not saying you don't
like, I
accept
can't look. I cannot sit here and make people go, "Oh, it's okay what Savage did." That is everybody's own opinion.
That's not
We're
what
just
I'm
looking for. We're just looking for resolutions. Like, yeah, we're just looking for resolutions.
I'm trying to offer one.
I think for me, Val, I think you and Queen to tell you I do it all the time, but for me, you need somebody who is not invested in a side, right? Not the ship side, not bomb side, to sit down and say, look, will you agree to stop talking about this person? Don't. Now, again, if they go and dox a sub that happens to be a co-sub with you guys, that still is not your beef.
Well, it's like this right here. It's like if somebody's a part of the ship and they're over there and they're not doing anything, and they're not breaking YouTube.
Can I ask a question
YouTube terms of services, and they come in over there and they say, we're going to dox everybody in your chat. We're going to look into everybody in your chat and start harassing your viewers to run your viewers out and scare the food out of. That's harassment. As far as I'm concerned, that's harassment, and that is our people. And that is our people. Of course, we're going to take up for them. Of course, we're going to fight for them.
I would probably my recommendation is always to be anonymous. You do it at YouTube, on Twitter. Be like, listen, this content creator.
Hello. I was air quote your people, and you didn't do shit.
Attacking subs. Will you do anything about it? But I think you got to do it that way. I think
make a clip of it and send it to TV. You have to
start documenting this. Look. Again, y'all are not hearing us. We've been here a long time.
But just
we've done everything y'all are suggesting.
You're doing it right at this point.
We've even been to court. Okay, I'm telling y'all.
Well, the next solution seems like you want to, not a liar. That would be what else? We're offering solutions.
That's what
you make excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you, we've been there. So, what is the solution? We're looking for solutions.
I just told you.
Hold on one second. Money moves up here, baby.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. As you know, it's only my second time. I've been here 6.5 years. I've been around. I've thrown money at the ship, thrown money at you, thrown money at Laura. It's all. After I realized, after about 2.5 years, a lot of it was orchestrated entertainment. Okay. But now as we've gone, I even followed Bombshell back to the Kanika Jenkins. So I know about Bombshell. I know, I still go in her chats because she entertains me a lot. Okay. Do I like when people say they want to put a bullet in someone's head? Hell no. But I've heard it from both creators.
That's grift.
I heard it.
You cut out, baby. Money moves. Hey, I hope she can hear this. You cut off on us. Dang it. Her phone.
What I'm saying? What the hell are you doing? But when you have a chat full of haters that are encouraging it, and they're throwing money for you to do it, the whole other ball game.
If you're
Would
not
you also
watching,
say there's
how would
another
you know
ballgame
there's
when you allow
an
people-
entire chat of haters?
Huh?
If you're not watching her, then how would you even know that there's an entire chat of haters?
Again, people send you things you don't care to see. Look, I'll tell you right now, we can't sit and listen to a whole stream of her.
And that's okay. And to me, like, that's the thing, though,
We
right?
can't.
Maybe
We can't.
Maybe a potential, I don't blame you, but to me, maybe the potential solution is you tell everybody who's sending you stuff, hey, we don't want to see it anymore unless it's some type of danger to our families. We don't want to see her talking shit, her talking about us. We don't want to see it anymore, so that you can make that break.
And that's
if
what
that's
I'm
your
saying.
hard line,
Y'all just got to make up your mind. You just got to make up your mind. Just people deserve to be harassed on the internet. What's the solution?
if your hard line is no doxing, why would you allow people that dox on your panel?
Well, Constant Sue, I'm not out here to look and destroy people and cut their knees out. Right now, we're in a battle over here with a woman who ain't just doxing us. She's doxing a lot of other people. I don't have time to go over and fight everybody's battle.
No, that wasn't my question. I said, why would you allow people who dox on your panel?
Okay. Well, first off, that's something you got to go handle with her.
I don't know. I said, why would you allow them on your panel?
Number one, wait, time out, Constance. Number one, I don't even watch Nicolina. I don't watch her.
But you know she does.
How can I sit here and call out Nicolina for stuff?
I'm not saying call her out.
I will say this. There have been some things and some issues that's come up that Nicolina was right on. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go in on them, which makes me wonder how much more has she been right on. Her going after Ernie over there, he is nothing but a tragedy pimp scammer.
Who?
That's it.
Who's she going
Ernie
after?
Shell. Ernie Shell.
She can't be that stupid. We all knew Ernie was a tragedy pimp scammer, right? And just because Nicolina was right about that, Val says she's that negates all the shit she's done, right? Yeah. Just because she goes after this, you overlook all. My only question, Val, was if your hard line is we don't dox. Why would you allow a doxer on your panel?
I can't control
because other people
what
are
Nicolina do.
Yeah, I agree with Nanya.
Right? Yeah, the other people are adults. She can't. Just because somebody.
But why allow it on your panel? Why would you allow her on your panel?
Okay, Constance, please stop talking
on their
about
panel. That's different.
Yeah.
But
I could go other places, Constellina. Why are you okay? Why do you get up on a panel and talk to people that I don't know? Got a little 18-year-old girl up on their panel and talking filth about her father.
Yeah.
I can go all day, Constellina. I can go all day.
Right. That was on my panel, Val. I said, why would you allow a doxer on your
panel?
You know
what? I mean, like, listen, everyone has people that come up on panels. You can't blame everyone because they're jumping on the panel. That's just not how it is.
Sure, you can. If you know somebody that, what do you call it? Serial doxer, don't allow them on your panel.
Well, then they can come up. Let's say you can have people come up and question them about being the serial doxer. Then
that's different than having them on there all the time.
I'm gonna hop down because I'm not here to speak on.
Okay. I know. I'm not either. Nanya. I wanted to have a conversation. Okay.
I appreciate Val that you come up today to give some perspective. You know, I always appreciate
And again, Nanya, look, we can't convince everybody what we did was right. We can't convince. That's something y'all are gonna have to make up your mind on. Right. All I know is we will do things to protect people.
And one thing I would
messing with innocent people. Okay.
Yeah. One thing I would like to suggest to you guys is I've heard a lot of even today, some of the things that you're saying, the receipts that I've seen shown have been from a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. If somebody is being threatened right now, you know, I'm not saying you got to put out their information, right? But redact that shit and put it out. Hey, look, this is today's update. This is the shit she did last night. Here's the receipt for it. So people can see, because a lot of times, and I know Queen, we've had this conversation too. A lot of times people see the history and they shut the fuck down because what you're talking about.
Well, by damn, isn't that what I'm doing? And by damn, aren't I called obsessed? I think you and my good Nanya called me obsessed for doing exactly what she suggests, right?
3 to 5 years ago. I'm talking about what do we see today?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Today, there's no receipts for today. That's where
that's what I'm saying. There are channels right now that are showing everything, that are fighting back and forth with her, showing all the things that she's been doing in DMs, Discord. You can find it over. You can find it over on Best of Truth, Jens. You can find it on Valomas. You can find it down.
That's the receipts from
a girl called Paige Noel, right?
I know the page.
Right, she's dropping them too. What she does behind the scenes and all.
Also,
starting to get brave, and they're starting to say we don't need to be scared of this girl, and they're coming out and they're telling their stories. That's the whole thing. They're coming out now.
Wow, doesn't that sound like what Easy's doing? Giving people a place to tell their stories, coming out and telling their stories, saying we're not going to take this. Doesn't that sound just like what Easy's doing? Wow, amazing.
Now, and they're telling their stories.
Yeah, as long as they don't just come with a story and they come with receipts, that's just my biggest, request.
Right.
I've watched Valomas, and the receipts that they're showing don't align with the story that they're telling, and that's where the struggle is.
But see, and says all of those are liars. No. So if all of those are liars, then where would we? What do you mean? I mean, where would you? How is every single one of them?
They got to be reliable. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind watching it, making up my own mind from there.
Right.
But that's the thing that I'm saying is, even like last night, right? That the clip that we were playing right before you came up. There's a part where Savage says, "I never said I'd put a bullet in her head," right? Which is the truth, right? It's 100% the truth. But then you play the video and she's like, "I hope somebody puts a bullet." Like it's semantic. Like you
right.
there's a difference. You're still wrong in it. You know what I mean? Like, just because you didn't say you were going to do it, like, come on now, you know?
Well,
But-
now all that stemmed from when Bomb had tried to pass, you know the story. She had tried to pass nude pictures of Savage.
Amen,
that
Val,
didn't-
we sure would.
They didn't even belong to her. You
Now, see,
know,
that's fucking bullshit.
and Savage was livid. I mean, this woman was going to go to her husband's job with him. You know, just all out craziness.
Yeah, you're
and that's why I vote. You know, like that's why nobody asked me, but you know, I'll give my opinion anyways. But
I know. I mean, you could stay here. Look, if you could stay here and you can yell at people, right? And that's just words. But when you start going real life and calling jobs and calling CPS and having your
I don't
monkey.
I don't like to play or fuck with people like that. If there's something.
That's what I'm saying, and that's who we're dealing with right now. That's who we're dealing with right now.
And when people do that, why would you allow them on your panel?
Constant Sue, please.
I
Why
can't.
are
I
you
keep
up
it open
here?
panel. So why?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
do you allow doctors on your panel? I keep an open panel. Do you keep an open panel?
Well, we
Would you let Dolly come up? Would you let Dolly come up?
Dolly did come up. Yeah, he did come up here.
Okay.
The only
Well-
motherfucking person that I have not let on my panel was Jim Terry. That's it.
All Dolly needs to do is answer the damn door. That's what he needs to do.
He's a scary little bitch. But anyhow, we're not. I mean, I'm not up here to talk about Nicolina right this second.
No, I'm not either. But I wish people would just acknowledge the point. You know, just acknowledge the point that if you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you tried all this.
Just like you to Nicolina is the same Savage to Bombshell.
Yeah. Amen.
It's the same thing.
Amen. I would not allow Bombshell.
I mean, have you went and filed anything on Nicolina? Have you went and made any reports and all this?
Nicolina hasn't threatened me. Nicolina hasn't threatened me.
Okay.
Can you just? Here's what I'm trying to say. If you tried all this, you're saying we tried everything. We've tried everything. I'm saying, what if? What if? Now just take everybody, you know, instantly wants to jump on me. What if we know that there are some people in this community that are so toxic across the board? What if we just had a hard line of don't allow them on your panel? That's all I'm saying.
Here's my thing. Okay. I'm trying to do something else over here. I don't watch Nicolina into every move like you.
I don't either.
I don't.
But Nicolina doesn't even hang out on my panel either.
So you could stay here. Look, you could stay here and tell me she's done this, and this, but I hadn't seen it. I don't watch Nicolina. I don't watch her. Now, when
you don't
really, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, here's the solution.
So,
If you hear, you know, talk about it, wouldn't you go investigate? Which I document everything so people like you can see it. And so when you are shown, you can say, why would you allow her on your panel?
Well, I mean, I don't like Nicolina, so I've made that clear, but I don't bring it up constantly because I just think like you kind of like a person like that. There's two things you can do. You can tell people about them and you can just ignore them because that's pretty much it. Because she said herself, she has no shame and she doesn't have any regrets about what she's doing. And you just kind of put the information out there and you just move on. That's how I think you got to deal with it.
Well, see, that's the thing too with Constance. Why don't you just block her and move on? Why keep going? Just like with these guys with Bombshell.
Yeah, you're telling them to do that.
Same thing applies to you. Why not block her and keep it moving?
Yeah.
Can I have 2 minutes to answer?
Yeah.
Can I have 2 minutes uninterrupted to answer?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
because what she has done and all the toxic stuff she does, she has not done that to me. My time spent on this internet, I choose to use it by documenting everything. So there is receipts. So that is why I would not stop talking about her because my job is to show everybody who she is. Because even though I do that, people come up here and say, well, I didn't know that about her. And all I'm saying, remove the name. Just remove the name. If you know anybody is that toxic, why couldn't we start with saying this is acceptable and not allow them on your panel? See if it works.
So you're gonna
okay. So the next time,
well,
let's say,
hold on,
okay, let's say you come up on my panel.
Hang out on your panel, and Bombshell don't hang out on Savages. So that's not.
I mean, it's like this right here. It's like, okay, Constance, I'm not saying that you're lying, okay, but let's say somebody's lied on you, okay, and formed a hate campaign on you, right? I'm not, just hear me out. And you can't just automatically, if you don't know what the heck is going on and who's who and who's what, and really get into it, you stay out, like, you just stay out of it because we've been there too, okay? People lying on us and thinking we're just.
So, this is crazy. Val knows every bit of what Nicolina is. And now she's saying we just stay out of it.
We're just horrible individual people. And
I have receipts now. That's why I do what I do and document when I document. So we have receipts with the link to the original video so people can see if it's taken out of context.
Okay. And again, Constance, again, Right now, we are battling this. We're battling this. If you go around setting fires everywhere, then you don't get nothing done. We're battling
is not setting fires. Documenting is not setting fires. Saying I won't allow this
but you
person.
want people to. Right now, you're asking me and our group to go over and take on Nicolina when right now we're dealing with
absolutely not. I have never asked you to do that. Ever. None of you ever. All I'm saying is, like, you want to get rid of Bombshell. Wouldn't it be great if everybody's panel she went on would just tell her no, and then maybe she would go away, right? I'm not saying your panel.
That's the problem, though. Bombshell don't go on a bunch of panels.
Yeah, she doesn't do that.
She doesn't go on a bunch of panels.
Which makes you think that she's less toxic than others. If she's over in her own world doing her own shit, leave her over there to do it.
That would be wonderful if she just sat over there and run her mouth. But what she's doing, she's going real life, Constance.
So wait a minute. Like Bombshell is known to be scamming people and basically doing the same thing as and doxing people. And you document Nicolina, and you're not going to leave Nicolina alone. You're just documenting. You basically made a whole argument about documenting Nicolina.
You don't want people to document my goal would be great if she would just stay over on her channel and do whatever the fuck she wants to do. That is way less toxic and way less harmful than spreading it all over YouTube.
So your issue is with people jumping on other people's panels. That's your issue.
No, my issue is people say, we don't do this. We don't agree with this. Oh, hey, girl, hey, come over here. Let's have fun.
Okay. Well, that's not me. So.
Okay, let me start at least, tone it down a bit. My issue is, if you said you've done everything, we've tried this, what if, I hate this word, but it's kind of fitting. What if we just said, as creators, or not even creators, because there's a bunch of people that don't even mess with this shit, but if something like Bombshell you're saying is toxic as fuck, now wouldn't it be great if we got the word out and say, hey, if Bombshell comes over your chat, here's my receipts, here's my playlist of receipts, so you can judge for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Your plan
would never work. I'm sorry. Your plan. No, I mean, you're basically saying ban her from every chat, ban her from every panel. First off, she doesn't jump on a bunch of panels. Is my understanding. She doesn't do that. And two, it's like you're going to police every single panel that ever exists and tell them to ban someone. That's harder than you might as well.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Solve world hunger and make world peace.
That's not what I said.
Constant. So you're basically dealing with a hate group. Like they're believing the stuff this woman is saying, so they're going to go and they're going to jump on their panels and they say misinformation because there's a lot of misinformation right now about Savage even going down there. So
you just got to put the information.
It's a hate group. It is a hate group.
The only thing you could do is really you just put the information out there and let people decide what they want to do. If someone wants to stick there, if they want to stick there, you tell them about how bad a person is. And if someone wants to stick a fork into a socket, let them. It's like, let them learn the hard way. You just put the information out there, you move on, you ignore it, you don't bring it to real life. That's it.
We did with Jimmy Con. Yeah. We put the information out there, we have it available, people are welcome to look at it and decide for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this right here. People keep saying, I thought y'all were against rolling up. We are, but here's the difference, right? Here's the difference. You're making it like Bomb is an innocent person. Like you're making it like she's a victim of a crime. Like she's a victim of what the tragedy pimps do. They go in, they make money off their deceased children, something they've not asked to be in. Like this woman is doxing people. This woman is threatening people. This woman is scamming people. It's not like she's
doing it over in her own community, right? She's not going panel to panel. She's not taking it on the road tour. She's standing over there in her own world.
She does though. Look,
you just told me she didn't.
She takes it into other communities. She's very good at what she does.
Absolutely, Val. That's why I'm saying. So document it, make receipts for it. So when she goes into other communities, you can say, hey, let me tell you about Bombshell. Here's the receipts. This is what she is. I would like you to not allow her on your panel. And if they look at the receipts and they say, oh, hey, we agree, it keeps it to her piece of shit of the world.
That's what you think, but
I think
she's got an obsession with Savage, though. Constance, this is not short. This is not. We have. You don't understand. This has been going on for 4 years.
I think Ganya has a good point. She says when you insist on forcing your experience in history and stuff, it turns off. It is a turn off, and people will run to where you told them to stay away from. And that's true. Right. Into real life and just kind of do your own thing and ignore them if you can. And just you got to do that.
My solution won't work, and nobody's willing to try it. What's the solution?
Well, you put your information out there.
Everybody's got a lot to say, so I dropped the link. Anybody and everybody's welcome to come up here. Anybody that has.
I was supposed to Val, though.
You're welcome.
You all poo-poo my excuse. You just dismiss anything I say.
No, we didn't.
What if it works?
No, we didn't. Look, Constance, I'm trying to explain to you. You've got a beef with Nicolina right now, okay? We've got a beef going on here with a totally individual person, and you're trying to bring your beef in on what we're doing.
No. Is it just me, or do they not understand? Wasn't it abundantly clear that I'm saying, hey, You guys have the same type of person as we do. What if we both said we're not going to accept it, right? What if we said this is not acceptable and didn't allow them on our panel?
That just there's a
no,
point,
Val. What I said
date.
was, what if we had a campaign across the board for every person like this, be it a Bombshell, be it a Nicolina, Sally Sue, Jane, whatever. What if we all as a community said, this is what we're not going to allow? Don't take anybody's word for it. Don't do your own research, but people have to start documenting it. So it's out there. So you say, hey, I looked at this side, I looked at this side. And I, from the research I've done, I'm not going to let her on my panel. Be it Bombshell, be it Nicolina, Jane, or whatever. You have to start somewhere. We have to do something where we say, this is not acceptable, and we're not going to accept it.
Well, I think it's this right here. Who do you listen to? Without people making their own, without people making their own choices and their own decisions, who do we listen to?
The person that has the receipt.
Because because look, what we're dealing with over there, those people are so brainwashed. They're thinking she's dropping receipts, and we're just sitting there going, "What?"
By damn, doesn't that sound again like Nicolina? Hi, Nina. Doesn't that sound just like Nicolina? Well, Bob says they're so delusional, they're dropping receipts and she don't have them, just like Nicolina, right? You started bringing out the receipts on your show every night, like when you go live. Show the receipts so people can say, "Hey, this bitch has got receipts." And then
let me ask you something. When we were doing the tragedy pimps, right? Did y'all ever hear of this woman? Did you ever hear of us speak of this woman?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear it. I was.
You would every now and then because she was still over running her mouth, and
she was moving, and she took all that money from.
Right.
Piece, yeah.
Right. Other than that, nobody knew who she was.
Yeah.
Right. Because we never talked about her.
Yeah. Who's the granny with the bike? I forgot your name. I know you came up before.
Gma AF. Yeah, Gma AF.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know.
I probably don't have a popular opinion, but we cannot control adults. Our opinions are our opinions, but beyond that, there's not a fucking thing we can do.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't agree with going real life.
Exactly.
Well, what are you going to do about it? Then you don't go real life. Mind your own business. Whether people are doing it or not.
Electrical socket, let them get electrocuted and find out for themselves.
I think there's a huge difference when there is a family that has been.
What if we, as creators, just made up, hey, this is what we're not going to accept? If you have proof of what this person did and you bring it to me and I see it and I judge myself, you can make it your own decision. But at least
the problem with your argument is there's no who would judge who would be a bad content creator. You're talking. No one thinks the same. You'd have to have a count.
Why would you allow Jade on your panel?
Because right now we're battling this.
I mean,
okay. Nicolina has her own community, Constance. She's not even over here with us. Look.
That was the spot I was looking for. She has her own community. She's not even over here with us. Well, this is from, from 1 day ago. Here's the link. Now remember, Val just said, she's not even over here with us. She has her own community. Let's be the judge. You tell me if this is Nicolina over here with us. Now, I showed you before that she's been over there, like she did the scavenger hunt. She's been on like 4 or 5 panels since then. But here is just 1 day ago. And you tell me if Nicolina is, air quote, over there with us, according to them.
Nickel 1, nickel 2, nickel counting Constelina Sue.
My point is, she's talking about, well, if you keep doing your fuck shit, I'm not calling a truce with you. I'm gonna keep documenting. Well, what's fuck shit? I want to know. And who are you to tell somebody else how to run their fucking channel?
No.
Like, no, give me 2. Why do you always show it 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes turns into 10 with you. I just
No,
2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2
2
minutes.
minutes
You
turned
just,
into 2 hours with her.
right. And then she's like, well, if you keep doing your fuck shit, I'm gonna keep.
Nickel too. Nickel counting Constalina Sue.
My point is, she's talking about, well, if you keep doing your fuck shit,
That is
I'm
great.
not calling a truce with you. I'm gonna keep documenting. Well, what's fuck shit? I want to know. And who are you to tell somebody else how to run their fucking channel?
No.
Nicolina says, link, please. I need 2 minutes.
You want 2 minutes, honey?
you give her 2 minutes.
Let me give her 2 minutes.
You getting ready
Yeah.
to drop a
Nicolina.
fucking colon on there right now. 'cause
Oh,
we
gosh,
don't
I mean,
get
look,
to-
I went up there to discuss some laws that are, coming down the pipes, and next thing I know, I'm in a room full of bouncy balls.
How you doing, baby? How you doing, peas? How you doing, peas? I love peas. Peas is such a good.
There you go. Come on up here. It has been a trap. Look, she's been on
That link is
everybody.
for Nicolina.
She jumped on me when I was over there at Queen. Smacked me down there on your panel. Let me tell you something, Constant. I want to call her Constalina.
I know,
I
right?
called her that day.
Hey,
So
Sean.
look at here. She
Get
said,
up here.
"Look at
Come on,
Constalina."
Nicolina.
Nikki B. Is that her? Is that her? Nikki B. Yeah.
Okay. Listen. Did you read the back chat? Can you read the question I put in the back chat real quick? I need to talk about Demon Alina. I need 2 uninterrupted minutes to explain what is going on. Listen, I'm documenting all of the fuck shit. Do you dig? Do you dig? Okay. So hear me out. So okay, Nicolina, she doxes everybody. I can tell you at least 40 motherfuckers she has doxed. Now, it don't matter why she doxed them. Does not matter that they did it to her first. All right. I am the only one doing this, and I need your help. I need you. I'm recruiting people. I am trying to get Recruiter of the Year here on YouTube.
Michelle.
Anyways, Nicolina did this. Okay, so Connie is really upset because now EB has been exposing her crimes in fashion. Lisa has been.
Yeah, she laid out for it.
Connie's so angry that Easy has been threatening to go real life on EB. He's going to call the police on him.
Oh, okay.
He knows.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
hold on. He knows where AB lives. He's going to reach out and touch him. He doesn't know. AB doesn't know Easy's connections. Isn't that going real life?
Sure
Yeah,
is.
that's going real life.
Sure is.
That's going real life.
Isn't that what Connie stands against?
I'm
I
going
believe-
to
I believe she did.
It's like everybody else out here. It depends on who it is.
Exactly.
Selective outrage. Selective outrage is a real thing.
So she has literally harangued all these different channels. Your channel, Queen Bees, Heels in the Air, and is like, I gotta document the real life fuck shit. Gotta. For hours on end. 8 months worth of psychosis. Is that Joe? Tell Joe I said, hey, what's up, Joey?
Oh, we let you know.
He's saying, "Oh, Nicolina."
So then you got.
So I've been over there, and I really do wish we had a good name for y'all's community. We need to think of one.
That's the Mean Girls. That's what hers is.
I mean, like the whole community. We need, it needs. It's so
Fuck
good.
shit.
with the name.
Fuck shit.
The fuck shit.
It doesn't
Fuck
name.
shit.
And I've been over
fuck
there,
shit.
and I think I've at least sat into of everybody.
You have.
I feel like I've really done a big sampling, and man, people hate Nicolina. Either you hate her or you
Stop
love her.
it.
No, but you have more people that
I'm about to change my government name over this. All right.
I got
am
you. I
sick
thought
of
of
it.
it. I got the perfect name. I got the perfect thing for you. Everybody hates you. They call you a demon. They call you evil.
Yeah.
All your community. Well, I don't want to include them ragamuffins over there. I'm talking about you got Mean Girls, but you call it Coven.
The Coven.
Ooh.
Traitors is they hate her.
Yeah. They hate
You,
traitors.
you know how a coven works, right? You
Oh, yeah.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. I don't know why I just started that. It's weird. I think of that when I think
Apparently,
of
Nicolina, I'm supposed to be over front and center watching. Honey, what time do you get up?
Val, aren't you and I in cahoots?
Yeah.
What time do you get up? Because apparently I'm supposed to be,
3.
documenting every move you make.
No, me and you are supposed to be in cahoots, Nicolina.
Oh.
I don't even think me and you we never even talked on the phone. I don't have her number. I thought we were like 3 emails. Three emails.
4.
Constance is delusional.
Yeah.
Now, your opinion, please. You just heard Val say, we don't mess with her, or she's not in our community or something. Okay, whatever. Now let's go back to Lisa.
Constance, another thing you like to do all the time is you completely take over the panel. You start raising your voice, you get angry, and this is your tagline. I just want 2 minutes of uninterrupted. Can I have 2 minutes, please? Can I speak, please? Can I finish my sentence, please? I just want 2 minutes, please. Constance, you could have 2 million minutes uninterrupted. And I will tell you this. I left that chat. I was gone for at least a half hour. I came back and it was same old, same old. She's still going. She's still at it. And before I left, I typed a comment and it was pinned because I'm pretty sure Queen Bee pinned it because it was exactly what every single person there, with the exception of a few, was thinking. And that was this. Constance, your rabid dissertation, what it's actually doing is the complete opposite of what you are wanting to do. And you are making it very much look like you are the problem in this war with Nicolina. I then came back again. I just fast forwarded a little bit. I wasn't listening to it live. Nicolina came up. You left and then came back again, and I couldn't listen to any more of it. But the last thing I heard was multiple times. I heard Nicolina say to you, Connie, can we just declare a truce? Can we put an end to this? And I have to tell you, I believed her. She sounded very much sincere, like that is what she wanted to happen. And Constance, I think you have lost all perspective. What you want to, another thing you like to repeat over and over and over and over, it's a mantra. And that is, I have to document this. And when you stop your fuck shit, I'll stop documenting. Constance, you need to log off for a few days, a few weeks. You need to, I think your intentions are good. I think they were good when this started. I think you've lost all perspective. And I think this has become, you know, that expression, be careful what you, shit, what is it? Don't become, be careful you don't become what you hate. And I don't even know if hate is the word.
Wait just a minute, though. Has anybody ever heard me say, I have to document this? I have to? I have to? Has anybody heard that? No, that's not correct. Let's say you're misinformed.
That's just for me on the fly, lack of a better term. And Constance, I have watched you there's been a change in you since you first started this. I think it has become an absolute obsession. I think you need to keep this going on with her because it is doing something for you. I don't know what it is. You're not, Constance, you're not a stupid woman. You know that what you're doing is not going to change a damn thing. Nicolina does. Nicolina's going to do whatever she wants to do. And you documenting it or not documenting it isn't going to do a damn thing to change any of that. It's just not.
Got to try something.
And it just leaves me with the only logical explanation, and that is that you don't want to let this go. You are getting something out of this. And Constance, it's looking, Dr. Evil Vance. Ooh.
That's Traders.
I've never seen that name before. Hello.
That's Traders.
Oh, hey, Nicolina. Damn.
Oh, hey,
Were your
Nicolina.
ears burning? Honestly, though, that I mean everything I just said. I think that what started as good intentions, I think has turned into Constance. I feel like you need to be needed, and you want to like you want to fight other people's battles for them, and you can't do that. And this is just, Constance, I've never really before yesterday thought that I'm just going to stand by what I said. I'm starting to think that you are the problem in this, in as much as not being willing to let it go. I heard her ask you many, many, many times with what sounded like sincerity to me. I mean, obviously the proof would be in the pudding, but Constance, I'm telling you right now, I'm not the only one who's thinking this, okay? I'm pretty sure 95% of people are feeling like this.
I think you're wrong.
Constance, you've got to lay this down, okay? I've told you before, and this is how I'm going to end it with this, talk about this. I've told you before, and I absolutely mean it. Constance, if you could take the passion, the determination that you have brought to not just this situation, but flying Jimbo's flag for what a great guy he is, etc. And I don't listen to him. I don't give a shit about him.
Somebody show me where I ever flew a flag for how great Jimbo was. See, she doesn't watch me. She doesn't know. That's what she's been told. What I've done is prove that people lied about Jimbo. That's what I've done. Now, I went back to my videos the other day. We'll do it again to show you how many videos were about Jimbo. 2. 2, Lisa. 2. The rest were about Nicolina. Do some research before you talk shit.
I don't feel one way or the other. He is not relevant to me at all because I have nothing to do. My world does not intersect with his.
Then why bring it up?
That's on purpose.
Then why bring it up?
So I don't care.
Then
what he did or didn't do. I don't talk about him, so it doesn't matter to me.
Then why bring it up?
But if you could take all of this and put it towards something that you could affect change for someone in a really real way in their life, my God, Constance, you could really do something good for probably lots of people.
And contrary to popular belief by not a lot of people, just a few of you people, I am doing what I think will be good for a bunch of people. You said just take all this energy that I got and do something. I could do great things for something that would matter. Lisa, you don't know if you don't try, right? You don't know if you don't try. This is where you, Lisa, and other people do zero research. Only listen to what you're told and run with it. Don't forget, she just said, I'm smart as hell. I could do great things if it was just not something against someone that she likes.
But this has left the boundaries of normalcy. You don't need to document anything else.
Okay, let's go back to our whiteboard. If you were to list some things that might say you're obsessed, one of them might be what? Showed up at somebody's house going real life. Remember all the things we discussed yesterday in part 1? I forgot what they were. But remember when we had all of our check marks of things that signs that you might be obsessed? I'll have to go back and look at that because I forget what they are now. I know the first one was showing up with the bullhorn at somebody's house. I've never done that. No, I sure never have. Where do they get off that I'm obsessed when Savage, who's her buddy, has went real life, showed up at someone's house? I've never done that.
Or document every day of your life. Do what you got to do. But Constance, this will eat you up inside. It will. And you're just spinning your wheels. Nicolina's right. I did start. I mean, Nicolina's was the first. I think she was one of the first chats. Well, I don't know if she's one of the first chats, but that was her channel was one of the first places where I really started, interacting with other people. So I don't think you're going to take my advice, Constance, but I really.
So she admits she's very well aware. She's well aware how Nicolina is. Right, Val. Very well of what she does. Aware. And you're right, Lisa. I absolutely will not take your advice.
I wish you would, because honestly, it's not productive. It's not good for you. And Constance, I don't know how it ended last night because, like I said, I left. I just couldn't take it anymore, Constance. And that's another thing. It drives people away. It truly did. I mean, you sound like a child. Can I have my 2 minutes? Can I just speak uninterrupted? Can I just finish my sentence? Constance, you commandeered the whole friggin' panel, the whole show. It was the Constant show. And
Now, we just played a little bit of Queen Bee's panel. Did it seem like I commandeered the whole show? Or did it seem like we all were discussing for a solution? Thank you, Val. That means a lot.
you could sit there and act like you weren't getting your fair time. Go back and listen to yourself. I don't know if you do that. I do. I go back and listen to every single live. And then when I hear things that I say or do, and I'm like, oh God, I try to fix that. I mean, if you don't ever do that, you got to get out of your own little box that's, I guess, cheering you on with this. But I can tell you this, Constance. People where I started, Nicolina, and several other people, I've never had an issue with any of them.
Yet.
And I'm not trying to now.
Right.
So And
Clearly.
I'm not discounting. We all know there's been things that have been done that are not good.
Huh.
But when someone reaches out in what I'm pretty sure everybody except you and maybe a few other people thought was, and somebody tell me, honestly, because I didn't continue to listen, so I don't know what happened. The last I heard Nicolina ask at least 10 times, can we end this? Can we have peace? And she wanted to do her diatribe. And Nicolina would say, it's a yes or a no question. Can we do this? It's a yes or a no question. Can we do this? I don't know how it ended up because I couldn't take it anymore. I was just like, ah! So did she accept? No. Okay. I'm seeing no. Well, Constance, I'll tell you what, at this point, as far as I'm concerned, it's on you now.
Clearly.
We all heard it. There was almost 1,000 people in there.
Yep.
And we all heard her ask you repeatedly. Now I know what Constance would say. She didn't mean that. She's just saying that to try. Well, Constance, I'll tell you what, at this point, as far as I'm concerned, it's on you now. We all heard it. There was almost 1,000 people in there. And we all heard her ask you repeatedly. Now I know what Constance would say. She didn't mean that. She's just saying that to try. Constance, I would, I see a scenario where it's going to do one of these. And, you know, you're going to do the work. You're going to do all the work for your detractors. You're going to, from this point forward, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to do the work for them. Okay? Constance, there's no shame in laying it down and walking the other way. And if you do that and it all falls apart, which I'm sure you'll be documenting, but to flat out refuse. Because listen, Constance, let me just make an analogy that, you know, it's a little dramatic, but I don't know what else to use. Constance, it's like the Palestinians and the Israelis. Do you know how many ceasefires there have been? Many. But they never stop trying. And that's just a fact, okay? So I don't care how many times, you know, she's said this, you've said that. End it, Constance, end it. We're all tired of it. And people who maybe were Team Constance, Here's what I know, Constance. This is what I absolutely know as sure as I'm sitting in this chair. Many of these people that you take up for, I promise you, when it comes down to brass tacks, if it's you or them, they're going to choose themselves every time, Constance. So you don't need to be a human shield for any of these people anymore. And if you want to document your heart out. But it's time for all this to stop. Try it. Okay, try it. Try it again. I don't care if you've tried it 1,000 times. Try it 1,001. But Constance, you know what they usually say is the mark of making a good deal? Well, that's when both parties walk away a little unhappy. And you don't get to dictate to Nicolina or any of what they call the mean girls. I don't even know who's in the mean girls. Hell, I think the roster has, kind of like a football team. Some are rotated out. We get new ones come in. I don't even know who all the mean girls are. But you cannot dictate or control what anybody does. And you don't, something I heard that girl say, and my God, I was standing in my bedroom changing my sheets going, yes, Dick, yes, that. Instead of leaving like I did, because I was just like, my head was going to explode. But what she said to you, that's what I would have said. And that was I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it was, I didn't elect you, hall monitor, mayor of YouTube, the protector of trauma, etc. I am not putting it anywhere close to as artfully as she did. You get the picture. People are tired of it. And think about it, Constance. You said yourself that Savage and everybody on what is called the ship, how much you cared about and really liked all those ladies. And rather than being able to do what all the rest of us did.
Sure did.
When Nicolina and Savage and crew, everybody on both sides to one degree or another kind of came together for just certain things. Not like they're not all part of each other's channels.
What was the thing?
But instead of just keeping it zipped, and if you don't like it, you just don't go.
Yeah, that'd be easy, right? Right.
But instead, you wanted to just like browbeat everybody into how can you blah, 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 blah. Constance, my God, could you like get into reality?
The blah, blah, blah that she skipped over was How could you allow somebody so toxic on your panel and in your chat? Just that simple.
Here, this is fucking YouTube, okay? You do understand how this place works, right? I mean, I figured it out in about 2 weeks.
She sure did, didn't she? She sure did. You hit your star to whoever's wagon has the most subs, and you kiss their ass. You don't talk against them. You don't have an opinion. And above all, you kiss their ass. She found out exactly how YouTube works. Guess what? I guess I'm just too dumb to see that.
You're just gonna love somebody today, and they're gonna love you back. You're gonna be thick as thieves. And then just give it a little time, and something's gonna happen. And one of the parties is going to, you know, do some version of, let's just say, sell the other one out, you know, because something better comes along. Oh, I have an opportunity to make an alliance with this person. And
Yes, I see that. I see that, Lisa. I see that you see that. On the other hand, I've seen it, and you will never see me make an alliance with anyone for strategic moves. That's exactly how you roll. That's exactly how you built your channel, building an alliance. You know what, Lisa? I will and have stood out here on my own. I will and have stand up against you and the whole ship and Queen Bee's panel. And I will do it again. I will and I have stood up for a man being called a pedophile that wasn't a pedophile, knowing that standing up like that would be called a pedophile sympathizer. I did it because it's the right thing to do, something you would know nothing about. I stood up for heels in the air because I know heels in the air's heart. I didn't have to go back and do all that bullshit research. I didn't jump on that aligning with bullshit. I stood up for it because it's the right thing to do against popular opinion. It was not easy to be called a pedo sympathizer. It's not easy to be called a racist. And you know what, Lisa, right now, it's not fucking easy to be called obsessed. All the things that people like you call me, it's not easy. You know what would be easy, Lisa? Is if I just bowed out and walked away. Absolutely. It'd be easy for me to do that. Guess what, Lisa? Guess what I'm not going to do, Lisa? I'm not going to do that.
I could make some money. I could get my channel shown. This is the name of the game. I understand her.
That might be the name of the game for you, woman. That is never, will never. Okay, thank you, Lenny. That is and will never be me, Lisa. I absolutely know that is you, Lisa. Oh, independent thinker, right. Absolutely. That is how you did it, Lisa. You know who to hit your star to. You know how to do. You know it. That will never be me, Lisa. You know why? Because I have morals and integrity. All the things that you lack. I will stand alone and take all the shit you people give me to try to make things better. I don't think so, Beth.
Hurt feelings when it happens because it's happened to me. But it is the nature of the beast.
No, it's not.
It's how this place runs. It's
no, it's
gonna
not.
run this way, whether you're here, you're
No.
not here, I'm here,
No,
I'm
it's
not,
not.
here. That's
Nope.
just the facts. I mean, I try not to be a duplicitous person. I'm not.
No, you're very one-sided with whoever can benefit you. But we had one person that said, Christy said, she didn't accept Nicolina's Truce. But can someone tell me what they see different in Burnt Toast calling out people like BHB, Shani, etc. versus Connie calling out Nick? Amen. Amen.
I'm not a transactional person. If I like you, I like you. I'm not going to like throw you overboard because something better comes along. But that doesn't mean that I don't understand. What is that they say? Hate the player, not the game. It's the game. It's how it works.
It's not how it works.
I mean, no, I don't particularly love that this is a very...
And Peachy says this. Christy, I think the big difference is when it becomes a session and you're doing it every single day. Do we need to go look back at Nicolina's videos for almost 2 years? Put in the chat what Nicolina has done almost for 2 years, almost every single day.
Superficial place. But that's not to say that you cannot form real friendships with people. And I will tell you this. There's a lot of people rolling around here who have my real phone number, who know very real things about me. Now, knock wood, do you know that up to now, as far as I know, I've never been doxxed. If I have been, it hasn't been publicly, and I know about it. And I would like to think that is because I also know things about people. I mean,
no, honey, you haven't been doxxed because you have been kissing ass to where there's no need to dox. The minute you don't kiss the Nicolina ass, the minute you should have a backbone and a spine and some integrity, Lisa, and speak out against Nicolina, wait for it.
Who you see sitting in this chair and speaking, this is me, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Absolutely.
I don't come on here and say, oh, well, you're my YouTube friend. Well, yes, you're a friend from YouTube, but if I trust you enough and you've got some of my real information, my real phone number, and I have yours, if and when the time comes that we part ways, I have never, ever disclosed anyone's information.
Good for you.
And hopefully nobody has mine. But you know how I try and make sure that that's the case? Because just because you might part ways hanging out with someone or you don't have to burn the house to the ground in an inferno. No, if you're an adult, you just part ways.
Amen.
I promise you this. And there have been people on here that I've had my real feelings hurt. But I promise you, they could walk in this. Yeah, I mean, Nicolina, she has my information. I've never, like I said, I've never had a problem.
Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. If you know, you know.
And I like to think that is because I try and handle myself in a way that, totally minimizes the chances of that happening.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. Right. When you kiss her ass and you stand up for her, you absolutely are minimizing the chances that she bites back. You're right. You have never said more truer words. You absolutely do minimize the chance. You sure do, girl. You sure do.
I think people who are smart on here, you're your authentic, real self.
Mm-hmm.
And
I really believe you are your authentic, real self. I bet this is who you are in real life.
You know that old expression, just because you can doesn't mean you should?
Absolutely.
I mean, there are times when maybe there have been things that I would like to comment on,
Uh-huh.
but I don't.
Oh,
Because another old expression, let sleeping dogs lie.
uh-huh. Or another old expression is, you're weak as fuck. And know if you do, if you have an opinion, your channel might suffer. Nicolina might come for you. And then what would you do? Oh, Lord, what would you do? So you know to shut the fuck up. Weak. Weak as hell. Amen, independent thinker.
So I never planned on giving this much
Right.
time.
Why did you? Why did you?
But I just wanted, I wanted you to hear it from somebody who has never had a problem with you. I still don't have a problem with you.
Oh, clearly.
But after what I saw yesterday,
Uh-huh. Which was AB.
I just, I don't feel like you're making, I think you have so far lost. I think you are taking what is some kind of a mission that is fulfilling you in probably multiple ways.
Right.
And I think it's kind of ceased being about Nicolina a long time ago.
Oh,
I
what
think
makes you
it's
think
about, I think you will not let her
do fuck shit?
Do better. Be better, do better. And that's not for me to say.
So that I won't let her do better, which brings us to today. I'm not supposed to make clips. I'm not supposed to make videos because if I do that, it's obsession. Although the bitch does something every day to document. If I document it, I'm being obsessed. But then we have people like this to say, you don't give Nicolina a chance to do better. Bitch. She's had a chance for 2 years to do better. She just did fucked up shit 2 days ago. But do you look into that? No, Lisa, because you got to kiss Nicolina's ass because you are afraid of Nicolina.
But you know what I mean. Nicolina, you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is, Constance, let's go back to the Palestinians and the Israelis. I mean,
who would I be? Am I the Palestinians or would I be the Israelis? And then we have another comment from Julie. She says, I don't know why she don't take the offer this time since so many people heard it about the truce. Constance didn't used to be this way, but she's gone overboard. She's great at documenting. She needs to refocus. Okay. I'm great at documenting. I need to refocus on anything but Nicolina. Gotcha.
when somebody tries to broker a peace deal, whoever that might be.
Right.
I mean, do you think he doesn't have to look at both of them and say, yes, I know, I understand. I understand how many people were killed the last time. I understand when, you know, when a restaurant was firebombed and X amount of people lost their lives.
Right.
But at some point, we cannot, you have to allow someone the opportunity to do better. And from what I understand,
you don't understand shit.
That. You've taken the position that no, she's never going to be better. She's never going to do better. She did this. She did.
I sit here with my mouth literally open. Tell me you don't know shit about Nicolina without telling me you don't know shit about Nicolina. Tell me you have not done zero research. Zero. Absolutely they did, John. They absolutely did. And you know what? I haven't changed a thing. In fact, Jones has said, well, no, she's doing the same thing she did then. And I thought she was kind of obsessed then. Okay.
She did that. Constance, go back and listen to yourself.
Honestly. I will.
I don't know what it will take to make you happy. Well, I think what might make you happy in the very short term is if Nicolina put her toys down and went home.
If by toys you mean all the shit she does, you're right. That would make me happy.
Home meaning off of YouTube.
Amen.
Constance, I can tell you that ain't going to happen.
Probably
Okay?
not.
We all know that.
Yep.
So quit trying to, at least for me, you're not going to sway me anymore.
Well, clearly.
To your position,
Clearly.
because I
Clearly.
think you're just refusing to be reasonable.
Oh, clearly. Yep.
And I promise you, I'm not the only one who feels this way.
Probably not.
So
yeah,
I just feel like it's become it just, and Constance, the natural consequence of what's going to happen, you're going to become persona non grata.
Really?
At multiple channels.
Really?
I mean, do you think that if you rolled up in this chat right now, and hell, you might be here? I don't know. I don't
wasn't.
pay a lot of attention to the chat because I'm old and it makes me lose my train of thought. I do glance over every now and again. But
right.
If you rolled up in here right now, want the link? No way in hell.
Well, isn't that odd? That's what I'm asking people to do with Nicolina. And I have never done any of the fucked up toxic shit that Nicolina's done. But if I was to roll up in there, she wouldn't talk to me. But she's hey girl, hey with Nick.
And I really wouldn't. I mean, I hate to say that I wouldn't want you here, because if I thought you were just going to come and have fun, of course. But
right.
That's not what it would be.
No.
And Constance, this was surprising.
Really?
So when I came back the second time, so somewhere in between the first time Nicolina came on, Constance stormed off, Constance came back, Nicolina asked, I don't know how many times, more than I have fingers to count, can we just end this? There was a hashtag, I can't even remember. When I came back, either the second or the third time, I had AirPods in. The other time I was in front of the TV watching. Well, my goodness, you would be surprised the things that you hear with the AirPods. You don't hear on the TV.
Right.
And Constance, I'm here to tell you. I know B. Tim was one. Sorry, B. Tim. And a few others. And that is this. This is what I heard. Just the sigh of exasperation because they knew what was coming. Hell, I think you even made Ellie raise her voice.
I probably did.
So, yeah, that's Constance. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start becoming persona non grata.
Okay.
And not because people dislike you, Constance, because I don't dislike you. But I think that there is something innate within you that, God, Constance, you could do so much. Honest to God, you really could.
I know.
You could accomplish. Forget about drama bullshit. My God, go take that passion.
Oh.
And
well, at least now she's acknowledging that obsession just might be passion. Let's get advice.
And that voracious, Constance, you have tenacity.
Absolutely.
Nobody would dispute that.
Absolutely.
Go take that where you can take that tenacity and you can affect some kind of meaningful change in some.
Guess what, Lisa? Guess what? That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Someone's life for the better.
Right.
This is supposed to be fun, Constance.
Absolutely.
You're not having fun. Okay?
Absolutely.
I don't even go to your channel, but and because I don't want to hear this.
Well, then don't tune in. Nonsense says, honestly, with her drive and passion, she could accomplish so much good stuff on here and get it out of the personal realm. For one, I have said time and time again, Nicolina has done nothing to me. Do any of you even hear this? Nicolina has done nothing to me. This is 100% out of the personal realm.
Night and day. It's not because I think you're a terrible person and I don't like you. That's not the case at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, listen, I can find enough. If I want to be pissed, I watch Betty.
Mm-hmm.
Which is exactly what we're getting ready to do. Betty,
right.
Bitch, this is the second time you need to send somebody a thank you note because they've kind of been a human shield for what I'm getting ready to throw at you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, kids. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that whole situation. And Nicolina, I guess all I would say is don't let her refusal to accept your offer of a ceasefire. Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, don't.
I would say
keep doing your fuck shit, Nick.
Do that, and the more Constance goes on with this, and you're not engaging with her, I think at some point, hopefully the light bulb goes on, and she realizes that she's done a complete 180 on herself. Like, I wish I could. What is the expression?
I don't know.
Be careful you don't become what you hate. Something like that. So, okay. Enough of that.
Yes, enough of that.
Now.
Enough of that. Now, Tim and Lisa both have said, be careful you don't become what you hate. I'm afraid you're becoming what you hate. I've seen you're turning into something you hate. Well, let me see. Let's just go down. Let's go down this little list here, okay? Well, let me make sure I get all these comments here. I want to make sure. Julie says, nonsense, I agree. Connie is so good at research and documenting, she could really do well covering old cases in true crime or a number of things. I'm not true crime. I have never been true crime. I don't want to be true crime. The police are there for that. That's covered. There's plenty of people covering true crime. You know what's not covered? Nicolina's shit. But thank you for your suggestion. Grain says, do it for yourself, your own inner peace. Well, you know what, people? I could absolutely abandon all this and have my inner peace. But let me suggest something to you. First, let's get back to don't become what you hate. Let me see here. My channel. And dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Okay, just right here off the top. Videos. Okay. Let's look and see about this becoming what I hate. Don't become what you hate. Don't become what you hate. Let's see. Just right here. For one, I don't hate Nicolina. I think she's toxic as fuck. Okay. Anastasia Gilley found unborn child found deceased. Within hours, Nicolina and Benny Keys call her grieving mother a liar and a scammer. Nicolina and traders tell a hospice client, just saying, if she's on hospice, I'm going to have to go harder because I ain't got a lot of time to fuck you up. So far, check mark, check mark. I haven't become that. Nicolina false allegations. Accused a man of raping his daughter. That would be Griff, AB. That's what is that without any proof. Yep, so far I haven't done that. I have never misgendered anybody. Good golly, Miss Molly, Nicolina, a disgusting song sang about a 13-year-old child. Nope, I'm good there. Haven't done that. Nicolina 777 and Roger Brown reacts. Admit to a domestic violence 911 SWAT call. Nope, I haven't done that. Nicolina doxes Beth Dutton employer. Nope, I haven't done that. This is just miscellaneous stuff. Not too bad. I need to make a thumbnail for this. Nicolina weaponizes CPS against Sarah Smiles. Nope, I haven't done that. Nicolina says, if I see you in Betty Washington's chat, I will make your life living hell on YouTube. Nope, I haven't done that. Well, no, I haven't done that. Traders calls in the meth lab. Nope, I've never done that. Traders admits they fuck with people. I've not done that. Nicolina says, dirty hardcore trolling. Nicolina and traders admit to false allegations. Minor and adult special needs child. No, I haven't done that. That was Southern Girl. Let's go. Any more. See, hey, AB, you thought that picture that you have of me was something new. Looky here. I used it in my own thumbnail right here. See that? That's me. Yep, nothing new. I'm sorry you're disappointed I wasn't a Sasquatch. This right here. Nicolina doxes the woman and tells all about her adopting a child that should have never been out there. I haven't done that. This one right here is when Nicolina was going after the 14-year-olds to fight him in her community. I mean, her home. No, I haven't done that. That's when Nicolina doxed Stacey May right here and her deceased husband. Nope, I haven't done that. Nicolina using a woman's rape to manipulate. Nope, I haven't done that. Let me see. Nicolina here calling him out a pedophile to the tune of Jesus loves me. No, he's not a pedophile. I haven't done that. And Nicolina harassing ATIL, knowing she has mental health issues. When she was told to stop calling her, she wouldn't. I haven't done that. Nicolina 777 calls in a false meth lab to a motel to get a homeless woman evicted. Nope, so far I haven't done that. Let me see. I don't know what those are about. That's why I need to change my titles. This is when Nicolina lied and said she doxed Sharan with lies. I haven't done that. Weak women like Nicolina go real with false allegations. I haven't done that. So that was to I'm trying to think who it was right now. This is when Nicolina was going to call in a fake welfare check. She's done that to 2 people since then. I haven't done that. That's when traders called in the fake meth lab. I haven't done that. That's when she terrorized Ashley for walking away. I haven't done that. I've never white knighted for Ernie Shell. I've never said I hold the power to destroy somebody on the internet. Nope, I haven't done that. This is when Nicolina was proud of gaslighting. Nope, I haven't done that. So, we got one more over here. Oh yeah, I guess I already got that one. So, yeah. So far, I'm good. I'm good, people. All you folks worried about don't become what you're fighting against. I'm good. I haven't done any of that. So now let's go back up here and say, yeah, her offer was fake anyway. Y'all, you know what? It would be easy. It would be very easy to just walk away and let Nicolina run rampant with her fuck shit, right? Do you think that this is a war that anybody wants to take on? Here's the solution to this. If I don't give Nicolina my energy, who will? Do you think people deserve to come on here to relax and just enjoy shit and deserve that list of shit right there? Let's just go with this. Let's just play this right here as a sample, as a small little sliver of what Nicolina's done. Do you think anybody deserves this? Here, now that you can see it off the... Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Thanks.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commenting.
So yeah, don't you think that people should be able to come on here and not be feared of Nicolina? And she'll run with the narrative, I don't mess with anybody that didn't mess with me first. Let me show you somebody who didn't mess with her first. Video source, Mean Girl, Nicolina 777. Video title, Is Mob Justice Ever Justified? Heels in the Air. Video date, August 11th, 2023.
You know what? Connie comments on a post of Heels in the Air and says, I will always support you. But Heels will always have Connie's full support, and I know she's doing it out of survival mode. So when Heels in the Air comments on her live stream from Wednesday and early Thursday morning, saying she was now going to start covering me with Constant Sue, I have a fucking problem with that. I have a fucking problem with this. Yeah. So this woman that used to get hundreds of people in her fucking live streams can barely hit 160. And I know my live stream's under 100, but that's because of all the different lives going on in the drama over at Squeakeasies. But you're gonna fucking come after me, Heels? Like, I do go real life, bitch. You better not live close to me, because Connie's not close enough for me to reach out and fucking touch. If you are, I will. I don't care, hospice or not, bitch. No, she does not have a problem with Constance. Constance has a problem with me because I called her out for supporting Jimbo. So allegedly, Heels is going to help Constance expose me. There's nothing to expose.
Then why are you so pressed about it?
4/7. That's all. She lives, eats, shits, and breathes Nicolina.
This was just a month ago.
I just don't think it would be in Heels' best interest. I mean, unless she likes all the hate and negativity, and if she's allegedly in hospice and wants to spend her end days with those psychos, well, let her have it. I will fucking go real life. I will dox the fuck out of you if you fuck with me first. You fuck with me, I'm fucking back. So, telling you, she should probably fight for her life and not fight for Constance and fuck with me. That would be the way she should spend the end of her days if she's on hospice, not fucking with me.
Somebody mentioned the state that Heels lived in, and Lily Rochelle says, I live in that state. Traders, if you got to go real life and need a place to stay, I got you, boo.
I love you, trader. Just saying, if she is on hospice, I'm gonna have to go harder on her because I ain't got a lot of time to fuck her out. No, you're not. You're doing the Lord's work, honey. If you talk to Heels, Noel, tell her this is not a battle because we'll go harder on her than we will on Constance just to prove a goddamn point. And Traders is right. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but Constance Sue takes everything out of fucking context to serve her own agenda. I am not dealing with another fucking moron. I mean, I will if I have to. So tell Heels that leave Constance. Constance has left the tragedy community and she has now entered the boy community, all right? I'd like a link, to be honest. I would rather just go to go to Heels in the Air and ask her what's up.
Yeah, and I'm the drunk. So
I'm the drunk,
Nicolina does go over to Heels in the Air while she's live and asks for a link, and she goes up and talks to her on panel. The link to this video will be in the video description below.
No, ask her, I want a link. I'd like to go up and just talk to her nicely and ask her what she is doing. If she's like, what is her end goal with me? But yeah, I'd love to have a link. I'd love to have a link and ask her, why are you willing to, I won't talk about her hospice, but why would you want to spend your end days fucking with us? Hey, Nicolina, what's up? Hey, so I decided I would just like to come ask you why, hey, white boy, why you would go to Connie, you were in Connie's chat Thursday, stating that you were going to help her expose me.
No, I didn't. I never said that.
What did you say?
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I don't remember, but I didn't say that. What do you mean, what did I say? I was chatting. I probably said a lot of things.
Okay. So do you know me?
I know of you, and
What do you know of me?
She's an asshole. Nicolina, just a lot of things that I've seen and heard. But you asked me if I said I was going to what? I said I wouldn't because my subs wouldn't be interested in.
That's all I needed to know.
Well, then, okay.
That's all I needed to know. I mean, I am in a drama community where we all do fuck shit to each other. That's all we do. Connie is also part of the fuck shit.
Nope.
And she intentionally misconstrues everything for her own weird
Tell me
obsessive
what I've done to
narrative.
you.
As you can see, most of her lives are obsessively about me taking things out of context, not giving any backstory. So me, myself, I want to know for myself because if you're on hospice, that means I only have a short amount of time to fuck with you. So I want you to leave me alone, leave my community alone. Because
what have I done to you?
I'm saying what I was sent in screen.
Wait. You're threatening to fuck with me?
No, if you're gonna fuck with me, the way.
Okay, we've already settled that, right?
Right.
We've already settled that. So you're.
I don't have any problems with you. It is unnecessary.
I don't want any problems with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So it's settled. I just want you to know it wasn't just what you said in her chat, but she has made comments about you in other chats that you were also going to help her expose. There's nothing to expose. Anything I do, I will tell you I do it. I will do it on a live stream, and I have no shame, and you're not going to stop me. Nobody's going to stop me unless I get terminated, and I still will be here. I don't want you to be brought into this as a way for you to bring yourself back from being a rapist.
Oh, girl, no, it wouldn't be that way. Connie and I have been together as far as we started out as clip channels.
I understand that.
Okay, so that's our relationship.
Okay.
I go into her chats and I talk, and then I go, or used to, would go to other chats.
Correct.
I said in her chat that my subs wouldn't be interested. I wouldn't be interested.
Perfect.
I don't like going to where people are screaming at each other and doing fuck shit.
Okay.
Because it's just not interesting to me.
Then we're fine. But I just succinctly recall being on a panel where you were on a panel. Connie was trying to call me out. I have uncovered so much about her from different.
You and I were on a panel.
Hold on. I want to say this because you guys were. How could you go real life? I have found 2 families she has now gone real life on with
Legitimately.
receipts.
Legitimately.
Hold her accountable for going after these people with CPS, with the police, with news agencies, and I'm not just talking about Andrew Hiltz, because I'm not in this true crime.
Andrew
bullshit where
Hiltz
people
and
exploit tragedies.
Sully Govar absolutely did.
I don't want to have to fucking put more like energy out for other channels that Connie's trying to influence with her very twisted narrative. I am not BHB. I am not anything like her. This is drama.
Okay, Nicolene, I've been going into this chat.
That's all I wanted to say.
For a
We
year.
like drama. We like to fuck with people. They fuck with us.
Fuck with people. That's I don't. I
know. That's why I wanted to ask you, did I misunderstand the context behind the comments of the screenshots that were sent to me? That is it.
You didn't see a screenshot that said anything like I'm going to go after.
You want to help us? Then are you like, do you drink? Take any opiates? Any benzos?
I mean, that's a screenshot.
I'm
There's not one.
I'm asking because
That's none of your damn business. You're asking me.
The way it was interpreted was that you were going to help Connie expose Nicole. You can't expose me anymore. I
said I'm going to help Connie expose. What is there to expose? Why?
There isn't.
Even care.
Okay, we're cool then. Thank you. Have a nice night. All right, there you have it. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. That'll take the wind out of Connie's fucking bedsheet sails. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, she ain't gonna fuck around. I don't really need to deal with a fucking woman that's dying, but I will do it. Like, fucking stay over there in your fucking true crime bullshit, man. Stay where you belong. This is not where you belong. You do not belong over here. All right. Well, I mean, like Trader said, was that rude of me to say? Yeah, well, if you're on hospice, I don't have a lot of time to fuck with you. That is not a lie. And I'm not saying that to be insincere. If she's been on hospice for 3 years, this is a chronic condition, and she could die at any time, but it's not like, oh my gosh, the end is here. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but don't fuck with people at the end of your life. Enjoy your life. Why are you spending your time on fucking YouTube dealing with fuck shit? Spend it with your motherfucking family, bro. I know if I was literally in hospice, that I wouldn't be here fucking around with people. I might troll a little bit here and there, but I would be literally grandkids, kids, siblings, parent. Like, it would not be fucking with people on the internet. Just saying. Just fucking saying. I would like the title Old Lady Hospice Terrorist. Well, I mean, we are legitimately a drama community. Stay the fuck out of it. No, we're just funny over here. We try to lighten it up over here. The Mean Girls are undefeated, and we plan to stay that way. And if you think just because we are women and we like to fuck around and laugh, that we actually don't have the ability to connect fucking dots and connect players together, you are fucking insane.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
Copyright disclaimer.
And then how do you know Connie's not full of shit? Well, you go down here to the video description, and there's the link to Nicolina's original video. There's the link to where she was on Heels in the Air. See? That way you could go over there and see if I took any of this out of context. Now, one more for just done this week. This is what she did to Griff this week. Nicolina 777 calls men rapists to make herself feel better. Somebody, please come get Granny. This was 6 days ago. Video source, Keeping It Real with Griff. Video title, Town Hall Meeting, Simping for a Deviant. Video date, September 2nd, 2023. Joining Griff today as panel guest, Nicolina 777, Ernie Shell, and Mama T 43.
Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. We'll see.
We were talking. You got 3 homeless people on the panel, and they're all abusive. Shut up, Griff. You meth head.
Let me tell you something right now,
You
bitch.
meth
Come
head.
on here, you can talk.
You don't need.
Yeah.
You
shut
know your child's birthday, and you know the day. I'm the. You're homeless. You don't have a house, Griff. You have a house. You're homeless as fuck.
I live in.
The stopping and starting is me bleeping out the cuss words.
Ernie's homeless. Mammoth's homeless. Y'all are homeless. Y'all are homeless. Homeless. Y'all are homeless meth heads. Homeless meth heads. Y'all are homeless meth heads.
I would rather be homeless than I would be sympathy. I would rather be homeless than be a sympathy.
The only meth head I see is you.
Griff.
You're not sick. Shut.
Sick motherfucker.
Rape your daughter, Griff. Rape your daughter.
Goddamn bitch. You know what? You daughter. I wish to God.
Answer the question, Nicolina.
You raping. You fucking homeless.
You're so fucking
Are you rapist?
You, her daughter. Told us everyone that you raped her daughter, you homeless meth head. Homeless meth head.
Piece of shit, bitch.
Nicolina. She's gonna cut.
You mean Nicolina has a peanut?
His daughter with this wiener.
Nicolina.
You talk daughter. Griff, why is your daughter tell everyone that you
Damn motherfucker.
am I low down?
Answer the goddamn question.
Don't let her trigger you.
Come on, you homeless.
The bitch
You live in Amber, shut up. Mammoth lives on a park bench. Answer to any motherfuckers. You're a fucking homeless meth head.
You don't
Homeless meth head. Homeless meth head. Homeless meth head. Homeless.
Give her what she wants, guys. Give her what she wants.
Nicolina.
You're giving her what she wants.
She's gonna
Give her what she wants.
Nicolina. You did. Why'd your daughter tell us? Don't you remember when BK interviewed her?
You.
I remember that. You meth head.
Blow that you got in.
Yeah, I am a.
Like a bag. I mean, goddamn wine box you ate.
I am.
Piece of shit that don't deserve to be here.
Griff is a.
What you are.
And you beat your.
Why are you sick? Why are you sick?
Simping for a
I mean, Griff has multiple DV charges.
Why are you simping for a that's the question. Stop ignoring it.
Griff, how many DV charges do you have, Griff?
I don't have none.
Nicolina, how many DV charges do you have?
That's a lie.
That's a fucking fact. Show me. Show me. You
Griff, how
show
many?
me.
How
You
many
lying
DV
goddamn
have, Griff?
Never
How many
had
DV
none, bitch.
charges?
Answer that fucking question. Are you stupid? You're
That's a
lying.
lie, Griff.
Nicolina, all these guys, I would like to interrupt everybody and just say that I'm not homeless. I would just like to say I'm not homeless.
You got 3 homeless crackheads on panel right now, and I'm not one of them.
You're the only person.
Y'all are fucking witchers. Do what? We got 3 poor white
You're an
Nicolina.
idiot.
You sound like a car kind of stuff.
Hey, Chatterbox, you're fine.
She's sadistic.
You're
what she
drunk.
is. She needs to go fucking.
Now I know most of you are sitting there just shaking your head wondering what makes a grown woman act like that. Well, it seems that Nicolina uses YouTube as her anger management therapy. Just a few minutes later, she was seen over in Pindar's singing karaoke, and she explains how she got through her day. Video source, Pindar. Video title, More Karaoke by the Campfire. Video date, September 2nd, 2023.
You doing, Nicolina? Are you feeling better? I know you said.
I'm having I already had a breakdown, so I'm not going to do it again.
Oh, let's do a couple of them. What the hell? I'll do one with you.
I went and triggered Griff, so I feel a little better.
Oh shit! No, but you know what? Can anybody here sing?
I can.
That's debatable.
Are you?
No, I just no. I'm on my phone. I'm outside. I don't.
So then, did Connie take that out of context? Go down here to the video to click description, click more, video source, keeping it real with Griff. There's the link. Pindar, there's the link. And the links to who's on the panel. So there you go. I think that's about all for tonight. I was going to cover this, and I don't know why I have it in here. I think because I was going to start doing like some current and then like current things with the one old thing. And if anybody was around for the Stormy night, you know, she was the chick that got all that money and had a crush on Benny. And Nicolina outed the crush publicly. But she was supposed to be her friend. And that's the one that Nicolina never returned the MacBook, you know, that she got for her. So this is it. I don't know why I have it in here, though. We might listen to a little bit, just see if I can jog my memory. But Moneybags spills the dirt. This is for benefit versus Maleficent. I can never say that word, whatever that word is.
Nicolina is making a power play by using.
So the backstory to this is Duke Faro, who's you know, he's the one that recorded the Ernie call. You know, when Ernie said, "How do I get out of going to jail?" That's the same Duke. Stormy Nights called Duke while he was live, and Duke just recorded the call and played it. Stormy got a big settlement. Stormy went around throwing her money around. She crushed on Benny Keys, but she said Nicolina was her best friend.
Using other people, including me, which I was supposedly her best friend.
So Nicolina's using you?
I do believe so. I'm still hanging back and watching and listening.
Yeah.
This all started with the Nicolina Benny rap situation. Apparently about 3 months ago. I didn't find out about it until the last week and a half. I got a rather large settlement due to being kidnapped, raped, and assaulted.
Oh, well.
I got a major settlement. I had known these people before the settlement. You know, I was kind of one of those people that was just a sub hanging out in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nick reached out and connected. Benny
Imagine
reached out
that.
and connected.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, Rap the Kid has kind of been the one that is probably the most genuine in the situation.
went on, and then Benny started hitting on me.
Hitting on you?
Like, yes, flirting.
Oh, because
taking it.
Because he heard you had the money. And what's your name again?
Stormy Nights.
Stormy Nights. So how old are you?
I'm 48.
Are you good looking? You got body? You got? Because I'm just.
I am a retired pro fetish model. Yeah.
Pro fetish. What's pro fetish?
Pro fetish model.
I was one of the most elite fetish BDSM models internationally.
Okay.
For 20 years.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I know like what you're working
my
with.
Story.
Yeah,
my story is my story is up on my channel.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Go ahead.
So about a week ago, Benny had been coming on, and finally he's like, well, he told me he loved me. Meanwhile, I'm watching him online go after several other women too.
Did that offend you? That he was
It didn't really offend me because I'm a big flirt too. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not offended by things like that because you can find multiple people attractive. Now whether you act on it is a judgment on your own character.
Right.
So Nick was not happy that Benny had been flirting with me.
Mm.
Yeah, she was very unhappy about it. She's been privately. She's been after Benny for a while privately.
Mm.
Yep.
So this all blew up in Rats Live. My name got brought into it. I wasn't even told what was going on until it was already done.
Right.
The same day that Benny told me he loved me was the same day that all of this blew up, and I was putting him in a position to choose sides.
Mm.
I naturally don't really respect Benny, so I went more with the Nicolina rap side publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Privately, I've started questioning everything from all three of them.
Mm. What have you been questioning?
Well, and then Nick's got an alcohol problem. I know that Nick is not being exactly 100%, and I know that Nick is not the sweet, kind lady.
Really?
Started paying more attention to that.
100% with who?
Anybody, including her best friend, which was supposedly me. All of this was going on for months and did not warn me before she threw my name out there.
When did she throw your name out there? When was this?
It would have been the same day that this blew up online. An open chat with about 600 people watching. Suddenly, the fact that Benny and I had been flirting back and forth became public knowledge. She never gave me any warning.
What happened was Stormy told Nicolina that her and Benny were an item. Nicolina's like, oh, bullshit. But she played along for a long time. And then to win points or whatever, just to cause fuck shit, she said she busted this all out to embarrass Stormy publicly. Yeah, Stormy didn't know Duke was live.
That this was coming. The only warning I had was over the last couple of months, every once in a while, she would mention Benny's going to go after Rap. Rap is a 27-year-old kid. We are all kind of protective over him because he doesn't know what he's stepping into.
Right. So because she kind of said something like it was brewing. So was this something that they, because you said that.
This was planned.
Yeah,
this was a power play.
Yeah, it was a power play because they come up under Benny, but this is a power play because they already know he's running out of content, and then he's just.
And Nick has grabbed a hold of Rap because Rap is a good, funny creator. So he makes people laugh, and she has grabbed a hold of him as in that's my son, and being all protective over him. And I'm here to tell you, after what I've learned about Nicolina, Nick's gonna turn on him too eventually.
Amen.
Nick's looking.
Isn't it crazy how she was right?
To become the head bitch in charge.
Yes, she said
absolutely.
That
I had forgot that was said. Remember head bitch in charge? I remember that now.
I was hearing all the keywords. That's interesting.
So this all blew up. My name got thrown in it. There's another lady who is a very close friend of mine who is just simply a sub to different channels and is supportive of the channel she likes. Her name got thrown into it on your live without her knowing that it was coming.
Okay.
My name got thrown into your live without me knowing it was coming.
Yeah, that's why I try to keep that down. You know what I mean? People mentioning other people's names to stay focused because now you just get.
I'm okay with it. I am 100% above board. I do a lot of community outreach in Chicago. I work with a lot of inner city families. I've been doing it longer than I've been on YouTube.
I don't know who that is.
I mean, I'm the real deal. I'm probably one of the few white women that can walk down the south side of Chicago and be respected.
Right.
And I had to earn every bit of that.
Amen.
So.
Me either,
There were
Charian.
two names that got thrown out in your chat with Nicolina that should have never been brought up. We weren't warned and were supposedly her best friends.
Okay, what are those names?
Little G and Stormy Night.
Little G and Stormy Night. I did see a Little G in the comments. I seen that name.
Little G was thrown into it without warning, and we've already informed Nick that if you're going to mention us on a live stream, you need to give us a heads up before you do it.
Right.
The problem is, Nicolina gets drunk, gets into the moment, and forgets her friends.
And Nicolina gets drunk and gets in the moment.
So Nick is going now. When all of this blew up, I believe it was Monday on BK. I had to end up blocking him on everything. BK cannot contact me at all
because immediately the minute that my name was thrown out there as been flirting with me, it outed him to a number of women that he was also running the same flirt game on. So he immediately came after me. He doxed me. He put our private text messages out there, or at least what he wanted people to read. He took it out of context, is what he did. So I'm at the point to where one of the reasons I'm calling you is because you asked for the truth. This is the truth of the situation. This is nothing but a power play.
Oh yeah,
Nick played you when she came on your live. I actually.
Are you saying she played me? No.
I'm saying
Let me tell you.
I'm saying she came on your live as a direct insult to Vinny.
No. That's the thing is, an enemy of yours is a friend of mine. I'm using that doctrine, so I don't have no problem with that.
I ain't none of them my friends or enemy at this point. Like I said in your chat when she was up and everybody was being so hateful. I'm like, look, I'm just here to listen and learn.
Yeah.
Listen and learn. That's why you didn't see me commenting a lot. And I'm at the point to where I'm backing off and watching this. I know the inside details. I know how long this has been brewing. And Nicolina has had it. She was his ride or die for a long time, publicly. Privately, she was planning all of this. And she latched on to rap because rap is popular, young, and easy manipulated.
Amen. Amen.
I get it.
And I am finally seeing Nicolina for exactly what she is. While I was going through all of this breakdown from her mentioning my name online, the comments I was getting from her were not very nice and not very supportive.
So have you contacted her about this?
I have halfway contacted her about this. I'm standing in the background watching because I don't jump unless I have actual facts.
So what if she reaches out and says, "Pharaoh, that lady's lying"?
She reaches out. At this point, I'm keeping it a general conversation. She reaches out and wants to know if I said this. Sweetie, I don't have a problem owning every fucking word that comes out of my mouth.
Right. Well, you did call me while I was live, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were live.
No, you're all right. But yeah.
Am I on live?
Yeah, because I'm cutting my hair.
Am I live?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh shit. Okay, but anyway, this is my opinion on what's going on. I am hurt by everything that's been going on, and I'm at a point to where I am really sitting back and watching everybody in this. I'm not sure exactly who's telling the truth, but I'm also not stupid.
Right. Oh yeah, forgive me for that. You said you don't. In the beginning, you said you didn't mind saying whatever you said publicly. So I just put it on speaker. I thought you were. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Y'all got to start learning how to like give people turns to talk. The thing is, I thought you were in the live and you called while I was live. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so I apologize.
But that's fine. I don't have a problem owning this.
All right.
I really feel betrayed by everybody involved.
Right.
I feel like I got thrown to the wolves. I feel like I got used. And I'm really sad. And at this point, I have kind of backed off from everybody. I'm not even sure if I'm going to stay around because this shit came out of nowhere. I was not told that this was happening. I was not told that they were going after Denny.
Yeah.
And I was put in a very bad position. And I guess they intervened, and now I'm on your live, and everybody knows the truth of how I feel about this.
Well,
I got caught up in a power play, and I feel like I got used in it.
So you want some justice? What do you want? Like,
you know what I want, dude? I want everybody to go on with their own fucking life and get the fuck out of mine.
Hey man, well if it's that simple, just let it be what it is.
I could not believe that someone that claims to be my best friend threw me out there like that and didn't even realize the fallout to me.
Right.
And then when I got upset about it, it was, why are you coming at me like this? When I got upset about it, it was, well, I tried to tell you to back down. I don't back down from people. I don't let people use me and not speak up. And I am at a point where I'm done with every damn one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to help people in this community, and it has backfired.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. Everyone I have tried to help, I have ended up scammed.
Why are you helping people? What's the point? Why are you helping people?
Because when I went through what I went through it completely alone. There was no one.
Mm-hmm.
And I never wanted anyone to feel that lost and alone.
You know, it takes skill to help people, right? It takes like strategy, patience, awareness. It takes a lot to help people. Some people are naive and just slow, dumb, and stupid and just gullible, and they just do shit, and they don't know, like, you know what I mean, like the word nice. It comes from hold on. You gotta let me finish. You can't.
And I never wanted anyone to feel that lost and alone.
You know, it takes skill to help people, right? It takes like strategy, patience, awareness. It takes a lot to help people. Some people are naive and just slow, dumb, and stupid and just gullible, and they just do shit, and they don't know, like, you know what I mean, like the word nice. It comes from hold on. You gotta let me finish. You can't do that. The word nice comes from the word nasius, and the word nasius is defined as ignorant. So nice people always get fucked over. So there are people who go through certain things, and they're like, well, I want to help these people and this and that, but then you don't realize some of the people that you're trying to help, they understand that people want to help, so you, and you don't even know that you're helping people who don't really want to be helped. They're only acting like they want to be helped. So you don't have no awareness. You're clairvoyant, saying nothing. You just out here you still just, it's like you're addicted to pain. You're addicted to hurt. You're addicted to manipulating people. These are the same people that hurt you before. They're just in a different light.
The truth is, most of the people I tried to help came through someone else. And because I trusted what they were saying, I stepped in and helped. And then over the last week, the people that were supposed to be friends, I have found out, are willing to throw me out there, to put my personal business out there. And it's really been painful to go through. And it's been an eye-opening lesson that from now on, I won't be helping adults. Get off your ass, get a job, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
From now on, I will be suspicious of almost everyone that is online. I will be suspicious of what they're saying to me and how they're saying it. I will be suspicious of anyone reaching to me for friendship. After this week, I will be asking, what is the motive?
I pushed the wrong button. Just a second. Bear with me. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
Including me, which I was supposedly her best friend.
So Nicolina's using you?
I do believe so. I'm still.
Right. Oh yeah, forgive me for that. You said you don't in the beginning. So you want some justice? What do you want? Like,
you know what I want, dude? I want everybody to go on with their own fucking life and get the fuck out of mine.
Amen. Well, if it's that simple, just let it be what it is.
I could not believe.
Helping people.
Because when I went through what I went through it completely alone. There was
and they don't know, like, like the word nice. It comes from, hold on. You got to let me finish. You can't do that. The word.
Everyone that is online, I will be suspicious of what they're saying to me and how they're saying it. I will be suspicious of anyone reaching to me for friendship. After this week, I will be asking, what is the motive? What is the real motive? Because I'm just going to be really honest. I thought Nick was my friend, and you don't throw friends out there in public like that.
Right.
Amen.
She was going to do it, and she knew she was going to do it. She could have given me a warning. She could have.
What's the fun in that?
At least said, "Hey, do you mind if I use your name?" And I would have said, "Absolutely not." I'm fully capable of speaking for myself, which I am doing here. And I guess it's happening on live, and I'm sure there'll be a whole lot of fallout to come from this. And I'm okay with that because I've dealt with a lot worse fallout than you two.
Right. Well, if you wanna, the best way to do this is address it like head on. So I mean, I can interview, we sit up, and we just start from the beginning, and you just got a whole lot up there to really promote your channel, promote whatever and whatnot.
I don't promote my channel. I figure if people want to hear what I gotta say, they'll show up, and I don't need to ask them to show up.
All right. Well, look, listen. This is how this works. All right. Faro presents something. You just say yay or nay. All right. That's it.
Nay on that. I don't need my channel promoted. It'll build itself.
Well, that's
all I need to do is be me. And this is the first time that I'm actually saying a lot of this stuff out loud. Because I've been thinking about it since the start of this week, and I've watched the different actions instead of listening to the words.
Right. So what's your motive? What's your motive telling me what you're telling me about her? Why should I care?
Why here? Well, first I thought this was going to be private, but why say this at all? Because I ain't stupid and she needs to know that.
Well, why you didn't tell her that, or go live on your channel and tell her that?
You can't talk to Nicolina like that. When you try to do that, it turns into a lot of over talking. It turns into a lot of you end up getting made fun of instead of being listened to.
True story.
And I had intended to have this conversation with Nick, but I guess I'm having it now. But in all honesty, I'm okay because I don't care what people think about what I have to say. And if I have to say it, I'm going to say it publicly. This is not necessarily the way that I wanted it to happen, but okay, I'm willing to roll with the punches.
Right. Well, let me explain something. When I say promote your channel, right? When I say that means if I say I'm gonna do an interview with you, you come on, we talk about, we start from the beginning, you say what you say, I ask a few questions, and then like I don't control the situation, I allow you to speak, but it's promoting your channel. So if you ever do have something to say again, people are gonna come subscribe and they're gonna say, oh, this is the lady with the money who's a good lady and she bumped her over and blah da 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 da. Now you don't have to worry about just being the gullible chick with the money who ain't got no voice. I'm trying to get your voice. So don't take what I'm saying as like
Which is what
anything
he's
other than that,
doing.
because that's what I do. I speak for the voiceless. That's why people come to
Well,
me.
I will tell you, I've even had, Benny offered me one of his channels that had about 10,000 subscribers on it. And I told him no. For me, building my channel has more to do with telling my story and trying to do good things in this world.
Okay.
And if people respect that, they'll show up. If they don't, they won't.
Well, if they don't know you got a channel, see, who's gonna show up? They hear me.
You got a point there.
Exactly. So now stop thinking you know everything. And obviously when people come to other people, it's because they need people. We're on the planet. You understand? We're not in the fucking meta world, just in the meta. We're on a planet, and there are multiple personalities, different nationalities. We can't do a lot of this shit on our own. We can't even be human on our own. Do you understand? Right. So when it comes to this, so tonight, I'm hosting the YouTube Olympics United, the U, and that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be talking to everybody about exactly what I just said to you, like the basis of unity. That's what I'm going to be, and all the disrespectful stuff that these people are doing, I'm going to shut it down because I'm going to.
So you could go there and watch the rest of that. And we're going to sum it up with this. Let me get this straight. So my obsession is passion when I'm covering somebody they like. My obsession is tenacity or thoroughness when it's about somebody else. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. We talked about obsession. Well, let's see. We had the whiteboard of what would make you obsessed, like showing up to somebody's house, putting somebody's name in a Facebook search engine. I forget what the other ones. All of them were things I have never done. I have kept it all on YouTube. And then you would say, well, Connie, do you go live every day? Do you go live every day about Nicholina? Let's look and see if I do. Here's my live streams. This was today. 1 day ago, yes, I did. 2 days ago, kind of, because that was AB. 3 days ago, yes, I did. 4 days ago, yes, I did. But before that, it was 9 days ago. 12 days ago. 14 days ago. So, no, I don't go live every day. Connie, do you make a video every day of Nicholina? Well, yesterday I did. 5 days ago, I did. 6 days ago, I did. 8 days ago, I did. 2 weeks ago, I did. 3 weeks ago, I did. 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. A month ago. So, no, I think I counted up. I had 8 videos and 15 live streams in 2 weeks. Easy made that for me. So I don't go live every day. I don't make clips every day. I don't show up to people's house all day. I don't put their number in a search, in a Facebook search. I don't talk about, fucking them up if they have hospice, little time. So, you know how weird it is to me to see all those people over there hating on me for trying to make this a better place, and they completely ignore Nicholina. That is what I need people. She might be, I don't know. Yes, it's always barking. But yeah, the term, make that make sense. How does anybody consider me obsessed when I don't go live every day? I don't make a video every day. I don't show up at her house. I don't talk about her kids and make a fucked up video. I don't put her name in a Facebook search engine. I don't say, lies about her, say she's sold to dead soldiers. All this I don't do. I also don't drag a murder victim's mother. I also don't call in fake meth labs. I also don't dox people. And everybody over there, Lisa and the like, think I'm the problem, and they just kiss Nick's ass. Savage and them want you to exile and ghost Bombshell, but then they want to have people like Nicholina on the panel. Now, I'm the one that's obsessed, and I'm the one that's crazy for doing this. This is what I suggested. When we know that people are so toxic, we ghost them. We exile them. We don't go real live. We don't have to call the cops because the cops don't work. We don't have to call YouTube because YouTube don't work. We as a creator say, you're toxic. I'm not going to have you on my panel. It's that simple. And I'm the one with the problem. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. Somebody want to drop Easy's live? He's going, I think, live at, I don't know, 11:30, probably his time, I think. So probably like at 30 minutes. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll leave you with that. Let's look at who's really obsessed. Talk to y'all later.